There we go. That was the intro by Jax, by the way. Jax made that himself, so make sure you all give him a round of applause for that. Do you know what? He's not a professional or anything like that. I think he's like he's a student learning in college or something. But that is damn good. Thanks, Draco. Thanks for the awkward round of applause there. So tonight, this is the podcast, and tonight we're going to be talking about a few different topics. The first one's going to be about a particular war. And then there's going to be a few different people coming on and also talking about how they got addicted to RR, how did they first get playing, kind of thing. So I'll introduce everyone who's going to be talking with us this evening. It's going to be my good friend Sean. You know, he's a regular. We've seen him a few times. He's the Scottish man. Well,
Right.
He tried it. And I've also got with us today another regular, Blake Rosenberg. He has got a bit of a cold, so you know, just bear with the Jew for a minute.
Oy vey.
And we've got a few other people actually tonight. We've got Draco from Welshy Land.
What up?
Welshy Land, Draco. Thank you very much. And we've got William Rafor from Czechland, from Czechoslovakia. Hey, William. One more person. I nearly forgot you, Julio. Sorry about that, mate. We've got Julio, who is the UK ambassador for Spain.
Good evening, everybody.
So yeah, let's get this crack-a-lacking. Let's get this show rolling. Where do we start, Sean? With the coup, mate. Where do you want to go?
Where do we start? We won!
Yeah, yeah. I was overjoyed. I was overjoyed when I found out. When I was just sat there watching it the whole time. I've even recorded it as well, so you can expect to see that in a tutorial. By the way, I'm going to put that into like a little war tutorial. How to beat the British Grand Celtic. Yeah, let's say the British Grand Celtic. So how to beat the British. I nearly said the actual word that I was going to say. I'm not allowed, mate. How do you beat the British Grand Celtic? And I really had to try not to say the other word there. Zen, he's deafened. Why is he deafened? Is that server deafened? No, it's a local deafen. It's a local deafen. We might get Zen on to talk because obviously Zen. Go. Yeah. So basically, Sean, I'll let you kind of go through it because I'll let you talk about the FSP topics. But how did we do it, mate? How on earth did we pull that one off?
With massive support from everybody else to start with, obviously. I mean, that was incredible. People were just diving in. Word went out last minute. There was, because of what happened, obviously, last time with the war, with word getting out by certain people working with the Russians, I decided, I don't think I told anyone, when we was going to attack and where we was going to attack. And I got caught up in real life. I thought I'd left it too late, and I think it was 2 hours, 30 minutes or something. And I just thought, screw this. I just put out the word, and we spammed the link in global. As everyone will know, they were starting to get a bit fed up with the link going up. And we just took everything we could, and we absolutely smashed it. And it got to the point where the Grand Celtic were bringing in Soviets, and Big Hippo guy came in, and we still beat them. So absolutely outstanding work, everybody.
Yeah, definitely. It was a team effort for sure, for Sean. But there is one other thing that I want to quickly touch on whilst we are talking with you, Sean, and that is what you had for dinner tonight. I told everyone that there was going to be a little bit of a banger, so you tell us. Bearing in mind that Sean is from Scotland, you should understand the pun here. What did you have for dinner tonight, Sean?
Tonight I had haggis topped nachos.
So what we all think is classic nachos.
I don't get why that's funny. It was just like a stack of nachos with like jalapenos and cheese and like a mountain.
It's just ironic. It's so ironic that you would top nachos, you know, like a traditionally, you know, just some salsa, some guacamole, or you know, whatever.
I love that as well.
Oh, you see now that makes a little more sense.
Really
I thought you just, you know, just got a bag of Doritos, shoved it in a bowl, and then shoved some sheep intestines on it, mate. It sounds like a lovely meal. Don't count me in.
Scooping up haggis with a Dorito.
Oh, jokes. Okay, so yeah, I think it was definitely a team effort. I mean, there was a lot of people that got involved. You know, quite a few names here actually got involved. Some of them even ended up giving, you know, sort of giving up their residency in their current nation. I think a lot of them though, they should be all right to get back in, but if they're not, we'll always look after you anyway because FSP, FSP, FSP. But William, how did it look from your side when obviously we asked you to come and join in on the Coup side, and what did it look like for you?
I got stuck there in Edinburgh myself at the end, but like 1 hour before the end, I got a message from my fellow countrymen. They're like, "It's looking good for English. Maybe we should give them more manpower and just bring everything we have." So it's like, okay, let's do it. And I took every one of my friends, everyone I could, and we just went and fight as hard as we could. But I joined kind of late, so I made like 4.5 million damage. I was waiting for the very last second to, if I should make the final strike and lose my residence in my own country, right? But I noticed that the Behemoth, that's the Russian leader, he made like 5.5 million damage, like 1 second before the end. So I panicked, clicked it myself. I would be really pissed if they lost because I didn't attack. So I just click on it, and luckily it was close fight and we won.
You, I think, regardless of how much damage was put in, because I know that there's a lot of there's a damage penalty for coups. If you fight a coup and you're not in the region, then you get like a percentage penalty on your damage, which is
but it's like nothing. For me it was like 9%.
Oh, okay. So you
Americans who were apologizing and stuff about they were losing 40-50% damage, and it's like we won by 5 million damage. Every single hit from every single person made that win happen.
Yeah, you'd be surprised the amount of damage you can put in if there's that. If it's numbers. You can play it. You can play a game in two different ways. You can be. You can have the damage numbers, or you can have the people numbers. Sometimes one outweighs the other. At some point that something's got to give, innit? Really. What about you, Draco? How did it look for you? Because obviously you got involved. How did it look from your side?
Well, Sean had warned me the day before that obviously he was planning something, and he said expect it last minute. But I think I was in the middle of some game at the time. I don't remember what I was playing, like Civ 5 or something. And he messaged me and he said, "Oh yeah, come join. Last 2 hours, we're gonna win it." And I was like, "Okay, well, fine, sure." And I basically went on the WMP Discord and I was like, basically, let everyone who's online get on this as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Because the thing was, because I was talking with Watman at the time, because I told you before this, I was going to try and see if I could basically arrange some kind of deal for Wales, but obviously that kind of fell through. So we went all in. We were going to go all in anyway, but you get what I mean. And
yeah, you were trying to pull a fast one on Watman, basically. You were trying to
pull a fast one. What I was trying to do was I was trying to help win and then pull a fast one on Watman, but obviously he was answering really late because he knew just how much damage we were doing. Like when it got to the final moments when we were still pushing them up in damage, it was genuinely quite amazing actually, because it was like basically we didn't make any mistakes in comparison to the London attack, which we're not going to talk about. Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, it was great teamwork, and even though I would have loved to have get more of my guys there on time, like people were asleep and stuff, and some people were at work, so it was kind of not as good as I'd hoped. But we won, so
that's the main thing.
Yeah, good Definitely. Thing Sean has a lot of friends, right?
Yeah.
Damn right, everyone loves me.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Sean. You've got tons of fans, man.
Everybody loves
They're
Sean.
Just not talking in chat.
Everybody loves Sean. You gotta love Sean. If you don't love the Scottish guy, he's gonna whack you one. So you better start loving him.
Yeah, he'll come win a coup in your region.
Yeah, winning coups in your region soon. Coming to a coup near you soon.
Yeah, enjoy. However, as soon as the war was over, I'm like, well, not getting back in Wales, so I guess I'll go enjoy some holidays. So I've been jumping around the world for a while. I think I am back in Edinburgh now for the vote. But I've been jumping around.
Vote, get back?
Yeah, no, I have. But I was jumping around like Japan and Portugal waiting, so I've been messing around in a few.
Oh wow, that's a
revolution
that's a
offences.
pretty good turnout. 33 votes in the first 2 hours. Not bad, not bad.
That's like typical FSP voting, though, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, like every single
mean-
vote, our members are on it. Like we I don't know, we don't force them to do anything. We're not like, if you don't do this, we're gonna do this.
Oh,
Like we
yeah.
don't
No,
threaten them or
apparently
anything.
we do. Like, apparently I'm a dictator, and I force everything, and I threaten people.
Yeah, oh my
and
god, I can't believe you put in a monarchy that was like basically 100% backed by both British parties. Like, you're such a dictator. How could you force that in?
Yeah, I
Sean?
know. Like, why would you
Like,
pay people
literally
to
Hitler?
vote for that? Like, what is wrong with
Like-
you, Sean?
God, people are so fucking stupid, aren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah, honestly, you wanted a democracy so much, and then it turns out, oh, I just want to be king of Scotland.
Oh yeah, remember when that one used to go about, like, Sean's a nationalist. he was-
Scottish
Yeah.
Sean
be
Gray,
fair,
the Scot
I mean, in
nationalist.
game, you can at least say that you've been the king of Scotland now. So
And I
Not
did
all
change
of
my
it,
name for like
but-
12 hours to King Sean the First. So
Yeah,
I mean,
really-
nobody saw
Oh, I
it, but
didn't see
yeah,
it.
yeah, he
I
did.
won't see it.
No one
Nah.
saw it. Like,
I
did
don't
you?
even think I screenshotted it.
That's
One of my
disappointing.
enemies will have a screenshot. You can guarantee it. That'll come out in global one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it does. That sounds hilarious.
What about everyone in the chat? I mean, we don't have to stop talking or anything, but anyone in the chat, have you? How did it look for you guys? Like when you were watching the if you were there to watch the war, or even just watch it, what did it look like for you? I know there's a few names in there that were definitely watching the war. SIG said it looked sexy.
Oh yeah, it was just the nicest looking battle we've ever had, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it
Like,
actually was. It was genuinely. It felt good. Like when it actually rolled over to 0 and there was no more
When
damage
I,
coming through. I don't know. Do you know what? I
When I
actually kind of knew. I knew that we had won after Behemoth hit, after Hippo Beramot. I don't know how he calls it, but I'll call him Hippo because he's got a picture of a hippo.
That's his name.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that.
Really?
I'm just no.
It translates to hippo.
No, I'm pretty sure it's something to do with how Russian language calls hippo. It's like
I
Big.
shit you not.
big hippo or something. It's like behemoth, like genuinely behemoth animal, like
To be
describing
fair,
the
it's
hippo.
hard enough to
It's a pretty shit name, isn't it? Right? Like-
No, not really. Behemoth. Like, oh my god, there you go. That's what happened when we started attacking. Like,
boom. That's what FSP and the mates do.
yeah, like that's what the damage
FSP
looked like.
and their mates. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. We should name that. That's like a sitcom.
A sitcom.
That's
Oh,
not even
God.
the end of it. What happened? That's
Oh.
cut half of it off. It should
Yeah,
have
we-
the red bit at the bottom that shows us winning.
Well, that's not the impressive bit. The impressive bit is that we did this with like guys like Black Swordsman and Hippo Behemoth Guy. Like they were all there, and we beat every single one of them. Like that's how impressive it was.
Because the number was in our favor. We had like 300 people, I think.
Yeah,
290.
we had a lot
had
of
50.
people. I was
Yeah.
I was posting the war link in like different nationality chats that I knew that support our cause, like the Italians, for example. You know, I went to their global chat because technically it's not bannable that you post an article link because the article link is not a language. Technically, it's a link, so it's not classed as any language. And once you get there, you can translate it anyway. So.
Basically, you cheated the system. There, is what you're saying.
No, I didn't. I used
It's
the
like
game.
the meme of the guy being like, "You can't get banned if it's not the wrong language." Basically,
Hey Jacob, how you doing? Perpetual Universe, it's your boy Flo here. Does anyone know Perpetual Universe? It's your boy Flo.
Yes.
Is that who is that? Who do we know who that is?
someone what flows here? What?
No, I don't know if I don't know if Flo's in the.
Flows and flow like the.
I don't know.
like,
Blake is laughing. Blake is giggling. Blake, tell us. Perpetual Universe. It's your boy Flo here. It was written in the live lounge chat in YouTube or whatever.
Oh, the Discord comments are great. As soon as you mentioned flow.
Basically, Flow retired the Flow account because everyone was just giving Flow crap, and so like Perpetual Universe like started back in like late September, and then recently started again, and so everyone, immediately thought, oh, that's just Flow's alt account. I don't think it's really Flow.
Yeah, it's kind of like
That's pretty funny.
it's kind of like that Saxon person that tried to act like they were Saxon.
People still think I'm Saxon.
You
Oh,
are
it's like
Saxon.
Junior, right?
You are
Yeah.
Saxon. So
Definitely us.
Solitudal Saxon, Revolutionary is Saxon. Anybody that I hate is Saxon. So
I can't believe I missed the Saxon podcast. I was devastated.
mate, you can see it online though, so do go and check that because that was a decent podcast.
Oh no, I
that
went
was
back
funny.
and watched it. I just wish I was there at the time.
Yeah.
It was...
I don't know, man. I think we've had like this always successful kind of podcast. We always have a good laugh. We always have a good chat. There's always a big turnout to the Discord. Like there's loads of people in the live lounge like listening in. So it's all good. It's all good. It's nice to see all the support. There's 11 people watching on the stream, which is always really nice. So thank you to those guys for turning up. VX Plato saying he was the 100th member of FSP. We should definitely get that guy a bottle of champagne because hashtag
150th member.
He gets like a bottle of champagne for being the 100th, and I get nothing but cheek and abuse for being the first. How's that fair? How's that even fair?
I think it just comes with the territory of being a leader, mate. Everybody hates you. It's like the manager at work. You know this.
I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that you were the first or the fact I was the 5th member of WMP.
That's impressive. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I know, right?
So it was.
Like, WMP was, nothing before Our Man Draco.
Yeah, I think Draco made it. Yeah, no, Draco, you need to take some credit there, mate. It's definitely been a lot of you. Like when you joined and you took the reins, let's say, like you genuinely, it turned. I don't know. I wouldn't say it turned around because it wasn't like going downhill or anything. But
no, it definitely did. No, because we what happened is the original leader, Picton, I think his name was before he quit. He'd gone to America because he had given up completely, and he took like Wonder, was it Wonder or Zero, and a few of all of our best guys, and take them to America. And it was literally me and a few people I actually knew, and we had to like rebuild the party from scratch. So like the WMP we have now is guys that I rebuilt the group with, and then some guys who came back. Like Picton did come back, but I wasn't going to give him leadership again. Like what?
Yeah,
fucking no chance.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
He gave up on the cause, so...
I'm just wanting to jump on a...
Oh, wait, one at a time.
Sorry, carry on, Blake.
Blake, go on.
Oh, no, I was just saying, yeah, when you give up, you just go to America. It's all good.
It's true. A lot of British people that gave up definitely went and joined America.
You know who I wish would go to America, though, and just give up on Britain?
Go on.
I'm sure Sean probably agrees. What's his name now, Sean? The guy he made an article earlier. United
Oscar
Britain.
Something now, is it?
Oscar Pavilion, yeah.
Oh yeah. That
Kieran...
was like Jack Buxton that is originally Kieran. Is it Fifield or Fifield or Fifield or I don't know. Anyway, he's a failure. Absolute failure.
Yeah, he is possibly he might actually be worse than Mao at this point. He is genuinely he is like the Hitler of Britain.
Well, at least people actually know who Mao is. Like, if you say Chairman Mao, people, although, they maybe don't like him or don't agree with him, they actually know who you're talking about. If you say Oscar or Jack Buxton or Kieran, they're all like, what?
Who?
Yeah,
I think
you have to be you have to be in the game as long as me and Sean to actually know who he is.
Kieran does sometimes get a few mentions. I think people know Kieran's name, but I don't think he was like a bad guy or anything. I think he genuinely wanted what was best. Like he wanted the same thing that we kind of wanted. He wanted the freedom and all that kind of stuff. But no offense to him or anything, but he did sort of flop on the whole delivering thing.
I mean, he wasn't a bad guy. He just handled the whole thing wrong.
Well, I
wouldn't turned into a bad guy.
No, he. I mean, he had his chance to when he gave up and he went to America. It was his chance to redeem himself. But when he came back, he literally went straight to BG, defending against us. No, he threw away every chance of his people actually liking him.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, even now he's trying to play down the fact that he's Kieran. He's actually trying to...
In the comments, and he's like, who are you? I don't know who you are. It's like, dude, are you fucking stupid? We can look at your wars and see that you were in them.
I've got the PMs there with his that's a Watman telling me who he is. We know who you are.
It's just so stupid. He just needs to move away from Britain in game and go somewhere else. He genuinely just has to because his reputation is dead. Yeah, Blake, please take him. Yeah.
Yeah, can you pay him to go and work in your mine or something?
Oh, like I did with Mal.
Yeah,
Welcome to Slandercast, by
bird.
the way.
Feel the bird.
Oh,
Slandercast.
it.
Yeah, this isn't a podcast. This is a
No.
slandercast. This is just.
You've got to send
This is
you gotta
this is
send
like the
them to,
BBC for rival regions. I hope you understand.
Wow, I didn't think we were going to go that low.
Yeah, you've lost all credibility.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's just
Well,
stopped watching now. What's going
yeah,
on? I'm
numbers have
sorry.
just
I'm sorry.
plummeted.
Yeah,
Back
zero.
up, lads.
No,
Fucking
we can still go
BBC.
lower, why
I'm
not?
good. I'm good. Yeah, I know. We're on
We've got
minus one.
IGN next.
We're on minus one
No.
watching the stream now, boys. Look what we did. We've broken YouTube.
Oh god, that's funny as. No, we need to send them to Ireland because that's where everyone who like fails in Britain has gone. A perfect example, like literally everyone who has failed in Britain has gone to Ireland. Like everyone, like the PDA are there, the CPNR are there. Genuinely, they're all there. And because I talked to the IRS guys, yeah, because we're pretty cool with each other. And genuinely, I'm just looking like you guys literally have everyone who failed in the Northern Republic. It's like pretty bad.
It is. It really is a guess who has been through the Northern Republic or parties linked to the Northern Republic, and they are all over there.
Yeah,
You
and
could
they still.
literally sit with a little guess who board and start flicking down the pictures of them. They're just all
Yeah, they all chat. So they still chat shit to FSP as well in some articles. Like,
there.
what's Mao's name? Is it Mao or is it the other guy?
Socialist warrior?
Socialist
Herbal.
Warrior. That's it.
Now.
Herbal.
Oh my god. Yeah, the thing is he says in comments about FSP, about Sean even, like how many kids have you killed today? It's like, dude, kidding me?
Yeah, he does take it a little bit far with all that stuff. Like, I get it if
I'm
he's
just like-
role playing like that kind of communism. Like, I get that. That's
No,
all.
he's
That's
not,
all
he's
well and
not,
good.
is he?
But that's
He's
not.
just a
That's
troll.
no. He actually. I've seen him a few times in global, like trying to like like literally,
Hey,
it was
Sean
slander.
Gray.
It was slander. Yeah. Hey, Sean Gray. How many? Blah blah blah.
Kids have you
Insulting.
killed
Yeah.
today?
There's much more insulting ones than that. But if we can refrain from repeating those on the stream, that would be lovely. Thank you very much.
I mean, we've got millions of pictures of like the things he's said. So I mean, he said like, God, he's got a terrible reputation now.
He really
I don't
does.
know why he didn't. I don't know why he didn't just hide it though and not say anything. Like as soon as he changed to Socialist Warrior, he said something that was like exactly like when he was in
And
CPNR.
Yeah.
At least he admitted it was him when we realised, though. Like, he said something, it's like, Mao is like, yeah, okay, it's me. I was like, oh, well, then that was
Yeah.
easy.
I mean, Mao hasn't really done. I mean, he hasn't done anything like crazy bad like Patrick or Kieran though. He's just kind of like been a massive troll the whole time.
Well, you just set out to, like, wind me up tonight. You know,
Well, oh yeah, I'm
Just
sorry.
dropping
Oh
names
yeah,
like
I remember when Mao accidentally like killed NR. I mean, he never actually did anything of importance, did he?
No, he didn't. He really didn't. I mean, actually, he kind of did. He kind of like he kind of like helped us solidify reasons for wanting to close borders
monarchy.
and stuff. Yeah. It kind of added justification to it. So although he thought he was trying to like hinder us and stop our progress, realistically, it just kind of gave a contrast of what you could join and what you should join. If that makes sense.
Could you imagine if he became the monarch of like the Northern Republic? Could you imagine if that's in some warped world?
I mean, they tried to do it. PDA were going to what is it? They were going to merge with PDA and the other party that was in Northern Republic for a little while.
That's why they went to Ireland. They actually did finally agree to merge, just not into a really stupid party. They joined IRS instead.
Yeah, pretty much.
I find it so funny that I got into their conference and just they told me everything.
They like listen. They literally you told them to jump. They said how high, and then they whistled like the tune that you wanted them to whistle. It was pretty amusing, if you ask me. And reading mate, honestly, I laughed hard. When you sent me those screenshots, I really did laugh hard. I thought that was the funniest thing I've seen in RR since I started playing at that point. The next funniest thing, it's now been taken over, is imagining Watman's face when he lost the coup at Edinburgh.
He must have been like I don't even want to imagine how many like the Soviet leaders had messaged him and been like, listen, right, you're fucking gone. Because like I don't think people have realized just how much of a puppet like Watman has been forced to become over the last like few weeks, because FSP have been like kicking his ass so hard. Like after that big attack on London and stuff, like Watman, do you know Gibraltar got sold, right?
Tried to, and then it failed because
but
posting everything.
The gold from that was supposed to pay back the Soviets for actually helping. That's what I was told by Watman. And it's like, Yeah, that's what he said to me. He said, this is literally just to pay the Soviets back.
That
I
is
was
why they
dying of laughter.
they hate us so much. We're costing a
Because
fortune.
we are literally wasted. Because like people like me and Sean and Swift, who were just dropping fat stacks to be able to basically never stop. Whereas we've got like poor boy Black Swordsman over here who's got to depend on that fat wage to hold us back. It's like,
To be fair, Zen is the credit card warrior of RR. That boy, just like the moment someone annoys him in a Russian article, he's like, right, credit card out. Drops another
he is-
45k into his account.
yeah, and the king of gifts as well, right? Like every
God,
single
yeah.
war,
Mate.
is
Oh, God,
mass spam.
I can't
There's
keep up
no
with
one
him.
Speaks gifts better than Zen.
I-
He is absolutely phenomenal with his timing.
I cannot keep
Yeah, I
up with his gifts. I try my very hardest, but I end up finding one good one, and that's it. I just stick with it for the whole war.
I just imagine before he starts the war, he like pulls up all his internet browsers and he gets like 50 of them ready. For he plans ahead every single situation that could happen. He's like, okay, right, I'm finally ready, and then he attacks. I think he waits for the perfect moment when he's completely ready. When Zen talks later, he can confirm on that. But I think that's exactly what happened.
Do you guys know if Gibraltar has been sold to the Turkish or something?
Has Gibraltar been sold to the Turkish? Good question, Sean. We definitely saw that they were being made to be independent.
I heard it was
Again.
a Spanish rebel group, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that because the largest group now, the political party there in Gibraltar is Turkish. You know.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Mm.
Saying that, they're having a lot of trouble with the Turks in Ireland. I think there was.
yeah, that's not even like.
Yeah,
I could talk for hours about
Irish
this.
Russians sold it to the Turks, and then the Turks apparently stabbed them in the back with payment and stuff. So Ireland then took a region back, and it's a mess, an absolute mess.
Yeah, it's pretty bad over there.
What do you know on it?
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure Gibraltar is probably going to get taken by Spain anyway.
Yeah,
I hope so,
Enigma.
'cause I'd
Enigma
rather-
is saying in the chat that Gibraltar was sold to the Spaniards, which I'm actually quite. I'm fine with that. That sounds
Yeah,
like the right thing.
Sure. Well, I don't agree with the Falklands.
Listen in. I mean, you'll be reporting back. I say we just like kick him out.
I read. Did someone read that article where someone was like, "Oh yeah, guys, let's all rally up and take back the Falklands," and then like the first comment is, "How about we take back Britain first?"
100,000 gold, he says. 100,000 gold.
100,000 gold for Gibraltar. You fucking.
Are you kidding me? Is that how much Spanish paid? You are
Oh my
having a laugh. No, please, Enigma, tell me that you are joking. The Spanish did not pay 100,000
What?
gold for
What? Then try to-
Gibraltar.
I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. I didn't hear anything about that.
No.
Watman tried to make us pay 95k gold for Wales, and I just said that's hilarious. I was like,
Mate.
not even happening. I was like, are you high, Watman? Have you been like smoking before you talk?
Mate. You've been smoking too much good kush,
Like,
sunshine.
95,000? You kidding me? What? I could
That's
become like
crazy.
Zen level swipe power with that.
Zen level swipe out.
I could get like 5 good factories with that. Come on now.
Yeah, if you were putting 95,000 gold into any country or region or that, you would be dictator. There'd be absolutely no questions asked. Like dictatorship and nothing else.
Wait, hang on.
Damn
So,
right.
hang on, guys. Pau Catacombs, is that true then? How much was the actual cost of buying Gibraltar from British Grand Celtic, Great Britain, whoever you wanna call them? How much did it actually cost? I think he paid around €75. What? Why?
75 euros.
Mate, they couldn't even like honestly.
Wait. So no. Is it getting sold to like Spain, as in the actual country? Is
Yeah.
it being sold to like a rebel group? Because
Well,
I didn't hear that it was being sold to main Spain. I heard
Well,
it was,
that's the
like,
thing. I wouldn't
group,
understand
so-
why it would be declared independent if it was being sold. Sure. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. It's
so
an
it must
independent
be
group
to
within the Spanish community. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
that's what I thought. I thought it was. I heard it was some different group. That's why it's.
Didn't hear anything about I mean, the last time I checked the Gibraltar, the region, it is independent right now. There are like a few political parties. There are like 5. The largest one, as I said before, they are all Turkish.
Yeah, just looking
Yeah,
at it now, the
just-
largest party are Turkish. So if the Spanish did buy it, then they're not going to be getting hold of the land because the Turks are going to outvote.
No. Do us all a favor, yeah, and take it, because what's happened in Ireland is that when the Turkish have bought it, they were trying to talk with the basically what they were trying to do is what they were trying to do with what BG was trying to do with Wales originally, which was try to persuade them to become like a autonomy party, kind of like the Liberal Party in Britain.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of a, oh yeah, how about you upgrade our regions for us and we'll give you 6 gold a day for the rest of your
Yeah.
useless life.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
so
that's not.
right
It's
now-
not about it, boys. By the way, please don't
Yeah.
accept an autonomy like it's a decent deal, because it really isn't. If you're like really good mates with the party that owns the state or whatever, or well, not own, but the political party in power or the strongest. If you're mates with them and they give you governor, that's fine. That's good. That's like. But if somebody like tries to bribe you with it, just say no, man. Don't even bother. It's not even worth it.
And I mean, I
How
would
many
know.
times
I've
did
been a
you try
governor.
it?
I've been a governor 3 times.
Oh, Danny would never have
Not
known.
only that, and I've also been
No,
the.
I've never had the chance to ask you this. I need to ask, why are you the most indecisive person on fucking Rival Regions? You do not make a decision.
I'll tell you exactly why. I'll give you the definitive reason, right? Because unlike every other party in this game, right, I have a very core council of players that have been with me since Picton had left and I had made my new core group, right? And I literally will have like votes with those people. Not like with every single one of them, normally with the most active of them at the time. And I'll be like, listen, this is what's happening, what should we do? And honestly, not only just them, but my members will honestly be like, will most of the time pick neutrality. And honestly, I'll tell you, there are many times I've been like, I want to fucking join this battle, but my members will be like, no, we want to stay neutral, or no, we don't want to do this. And I'll just be there like, well, I'm not going to betray my team, so I'm just going to have to, like, I have been the face of so much shit talking just because my guys have been like, no, we don't want to fight. And yeah, maybe I should change how I lead things, but, I kind of respect my guys' opinion a bit too much, I guess. So
I mean, that's
maybe
understandable.
I should push them to be less like peacetime.
And then you'll get accused of forcing your party to do stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I know. I don't know. I feel like it's just a kind of a mistake I made when I was starting out.
You should respect their wishes. I think if they don't want to fight, then as much as it's about a member's loyalty to a party, it's also about a party leader's loyalty to the members too. So if you're looking out for them, they're going to look out for you. I think that's probably the best way to say it.
Yeah, I have complete trust in my members at this point. Like, my core council have earned my respect this whole time. So, if they all vote for something and it's definitive, then I'll be like, sure, whatever, we'll go with it. Because I'm not going to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do, especially after like all the work they've put in backing me this whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a Welsh party, and we're like, on average, the second biggest party in Britain.
Yeah.
Especially activity-wise, because I mean, the Unionists, they're what, like 90 members?
Yeah, they're a
Probably
big
about
party,
30
but
of them
they,
are active.
yeah, exactly. They've got a lot of inactive members over there, so.
Yeah, they're just a joke party, like, yeah, but FSP is always going to be bigger than us. I've just basically, acknowledged it at this point. Congrats on 150 members, by the way. I was proper.
Thank you very much.
You guys are like what, like top 10 population now?
14th, I believe someone said, by party size, but I think that was when it was about 130. So yeah, we could well be touching top 10, which is ridiculous considering the fact that UK parties were struggling to hit 50 members when there was just an absolute drought.
Oh God!
And then
yeah,
all
I
of a
remember.
sudden, like, they just hundreds of UK members just poured out of nowhere. It's like, where the hell are they all coming from?
We had no
Sign-
struggle at losing members whilst we had the Northern Republic, because they were all
God.
like I don't know, they all just wanted to take over for some reason. Redbeard. And at the end of the day, like
Ooh, so calling people out. Is it, or
oh
me?
yeah, I call people out all the
Slander.
time, mate. This is Slandercast.
Slandercast.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I like that
I
name.
might even change the name of the podcast on the whole YouTube, the whole branding, to just Slandercast, and then it will just make more sense why when people turn up they're like, oh, we just talk rubbish about people all the time. But anyway, back to the main point is that we weren't struggling to lose members at all. Like they were dropping off, and obviously there was nobody being like spawned new in the area either, so it was just stagnant for ages. It was getting really annoying.
Yeah, you're damn
we
right.
broke the 100 point when we first, well, not when we first set up, but we had that spike in popularity. I think we hit like 110, did we? I think at one point. I mean, as fast as you bring on rival regions, as fast as you bring in members in, you know, you can see these level 30s not putting any stats in. So you may be adding 2, but you know that 2 have went inactive. So the party isn't actually growing any for most of the time.
Yeah, it's all about like transparency with how your party actually shows off its members. Like in WMP, most of the time what I'll do is if someone is at level 30 and they haven't even increased the stat in like a day, I'll just kick them. Because as much as I like seeing the WMP number be like above 80, there's just no point. Because if like 40 of them are inactive, it's like it's just a joke. I mean, like it's just the same with the Russian parties. They're all inactive. You just have to check. I guarantee you, in another week, Special Forces of Britain will have 10 members again, and we'll all be able to laugh about it.
Well, there's a tip. I mean, for anyone that maybe doesn't pay attention to parties and stuff, and you look instantly at a party membership, look at the wage. If you go into a party screen, it will show you party wage. And if you've got parties that are sitting with 300, 400, 500 members, and they've only got a 200-300 gold wage, you know that party is inactive. And you know they're only holding on to members through level 30 join-ups and stuff. Who was it? Special Forces, the 400 members. I think they had 500 members.
A lot. They just dropped off like flies.
In the game.
Yeah, they just dropped off like flies.
Didn't they?
Yeah,
No. They didn't kick it was the auto kick. It was they timed out basically.
And they just plummeted.
Yeah, I got 40 members myself, and I'm hitting 400, 300 per day. So
nice. Pretty active party going there then.
Yeah. Have you seen the Special Forces of Britain have 136 members right now, and the Unionists have 119, right? But if we look at the core of both of those parties, like the Special Forces of Britain, yeah, their party wage is 140 gold with 136 members. If that doesn't tell you how inactive that party is, then I don't know what else to say. Like,
no, it was definitely full of a bunch of inactives. But moving swiftly on, William, what exactly happened? What was happening on the ground in Poland? Like what exactly was? Because admin posted a big article about he had split up a bunch of regions or something.
He indeed did. Actually, he timed it pretty well because at the time he had advertising campaign in whole Europe. Actually, it started, I think it was in Italy, and they get massive gain. But after that, it was Middle Europe. It means Czech. We had over 1,000 people at one time. Also Germany. I think Germany hit like 2,000 to 3,000. I can actually show you a screenshot how it looked. At the right side, you can see the players which were active at the time, like Austria, like 30, and during this campaign it was to 800. And at the time, Poland had like 2,000 active players, and they had only 6 regions, which is not sufficient at all. And I think it was like a Christmas gift from him because they were really complaining to admin. So guys, if you want new regions, complain to admin a lot, and he might do something about it.
You know, me and my members are actually talking about this, right? Because obviously Wales is 2 regions, but it's like how many does Scotland have, Sean?
5, I believe,
5.
off the top of my head.
Ireland has like 20. England has like 10. Over exaggeration, obviously. And so we were like, we should be contact the admin and be like, oh yeah, Wales deserves a new region. Yeah, totally. But we were then like, well, to be fair, it's like Wales, is there really? I mean, yeah, we were trying to like snake our way into getting a new region in Wales so we could leave BG.
I mean, what are you going to have? Swansea, which is like right next
door
to
that's
Cardiff.
What we thought,
I mean, there's going to be 2 little dots down the bottom of Wales.
But isn't there like a region somewhere where there's like 2 capitals and a zone? Yeah, like is it
Italy?
France is right.
Rome? Yeah, like
and
there's like
Paris
3. Yeah, why can't Wales have that? Like, look at Wales. It's literally just one giant zone. Just split it in 2. Make it fair.
No, they could say North Wales and South Wales and Cardiff.
Yeah. Or they could do Swansea, Cardiff, and then Wales. But no, we're just 2 regions because I guess the the WNP and it's like however many members at this point, and our population doesn't matter, even though yeah, ignore my rage. It's just poor Wales.
Now I know what I've got to talk about to get Draco up for a war and get him angry. I'm just going to send him like a screenshot of the map of Wales, and it's like, Draco will fight, and send him a screenshot of like, I'm coming in!
Yeah,
finally,
like,
I know what will
like,
get you in.
yeah, hey Draco, if we win this war, the Admiral will split Wales in half, and I'll be like, I'm there! Get me in there! If anyone in the world wants to give me a work permit to fight in the defense of rebellion, please do. I want to hit level 80, so just like,
You're not 80 yet.
Just spam him with
79.
spam
So close.
Spam Draco's inbox with PMs and just ask him to come and fight in your defensive
I've been
wars.
as far as Japan today. I've been to Portugal. I tried to get into Spain, but I don't think the people were on at the time. I tried to get to Germany, also weren't on at the time, so I was devastated. I only got to go to 2 places, so.
Coolio, what do you think of the admin actions to split up the regions and stuff? What do you think of that? Is he still there? Yeah, he's still there.
Well, it depends. It depends always. The numbers of players that assist actually in the game. In Spain we're actually like 1,000. It depends. I don't know. Not sure.
So you think it depends mainly on how many people are in the region? You think?
Yeah, basically, because as long as you have more people, the more resources will be needed. So it will be pointless if you start to split up all the regions, all the countries into different regions. For example, in our country, there are like 5 or 6 big regions, and then the 2 main cities, Madrid and Barcelona. We're fine. We're basically fine. And then we also owe 3 countries in Western Africa. We're okay with that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think Italy's taken a lot of new regions recently, haven't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, like most of the Western Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. These 3 countries, they were given by the Italians after an agreement we did to enter the European Union bloc. And actually, I told Swift-Killer before to talk about this topic, to bring this topic in. I didn't care too much, but apparently our big leaders in Spain, they weren't too happy, with the bloc. And this is basically about the misorganization that exists there. I mean, for example, what happened the last big battle that happened in the moon? It was between our big bloc. Is that Ipona? Yeah, Ipona against the Turkish. They won. I mean, we lost, but the European Union bloc is show again that they are not as strong as they are trying to show to the rest of the world.
Apparently, the EU bloc is Elias's standing down as leader, and they will be electing a new leader of the EU. I'm not sure how.
It already is.
Right,
I think
that's
Italy
it.
is.
Or has it happened? Is it?
I think Italy is in the lead now.
Catacombs is saying it's now the Italians.
Yep.
So who does that put in power? Is that does that become Man of War in power then? Is that correct?
No, Man of War's Romanian, I think.
Is he Romanian?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're telling me that we missed our chance to make Sean the leader of the EU? Is that what you're telling me?
What?
That sounds like that sounds like heresy to me. I think we need to have that dealt with right now.
Revote. We need a revote.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure with the combined 300 members altogether, we can easily vote Sean in. Come on now.
I say we just make a new block.
Would kick off instantly.
Oh yeah, the Supreme British Isles block, yeah, and then we'll just expand it from there.
Oh god, you're gonna have us getting gunning overnight. There's going to be invasions all over
Hey,
the
listen,
place.
if France and Spain can make their own block, Britain can make their own little meme block for a while, right?
And we can
Yeah.
have an agreement, yeah? We can have an agreement altogether.
Yeah, obviously.
Well,
Little,
we
like,
had an idea actually,
triple
because
circle jerk.
I don't know if anyone's well, I had a little idea. I didn't actually
Aye.
discuss. I was meant to discuss it with you, Sean, but I did forget. We will
That's
discuss
fine.
it quite promptly.
Yeah, like now, live
yeah, like
on
now,
stream.
live.
This
We'll
could
have a
go wrong.
this could go
everyone.
completely wrong. So get your helmets on, lads. We might start World
Would be
War.
like mute Enigma so he doesn't tell Watman what we're talking about.
Yeah, just deafen him for a second. Basically, right? We kind of have you ever seen the Soviet Union's 125th military base? It's essentially just
What?
Yeah, like
a
I've got in Canada.
yeah.
I've seen it.
It's basically just a way for it's Alain. I think it's pronounced Alain.
That,
Basically, I think the way that they get about very quickly is by traveling via there, and then they don't have to have loads of like agreements, like migration agreements. They can have one-sided ones and get between the places quite easily. So I think that's quite a good idea, and we should do something similar to that. Sean, what do you think?
Good
How
talk.
to help our
Supreme
allies?
Emperor of the EU. How well does that sound to you?
Yeah, Supreme Emperor and God Almighty of EU land.
Yeah, let's see how many titles we can put on Sean before people start like being like, nah, let's.
Yeah, before they
stop
start
here.
before they quit the stream. So it's how do we start this? Should we do one at a time for titles? Who wants to go
So
first?
What has Sean been? So he's been a governor, he's been a party leader, he's been a state leader, he's been a monarch,
Let's
dictator.
just
Yeah,
go right back to governor here. That got put on me without me wanting it. Let's just clear that one up right now.
Okay,
That
well,
was-
yeah.
That
No,
was
no.
the Russians' attempt at trying to wipe out the FSP before we were even as powerful as we are now, and they made me governor to try and basically have the members leave, thinking that I'd stab them in the back. But yeah, we'll carry on from there. Sorry, we just had to clear that up.
I mean, that happened to me twice. So, let's just
You were
not...
lapping it up.
No. Well, hey, listen, all right. At the time, I had no problem cashing in on that big autonomy goal.
Now, ladies, come on, put your handbags down. Handbags down.
Listen, you can't turn down free gold that could have instead been given to
Zenzi.
guys like Murad. Like,
Zen's.
What were you
Oh,
on? 8 gold a day, 12. I think I seen.
we
for
should-
Wales, was it?
we should get
no,
Zen.
I
We
made
should get Zen
34
talking.
at my when I actually persuaded. Yeah, no, because I had Wales, Cardiff, and the Isle of Man.
That's
I was snaking my way to that goal. Don't you worry, Sean. I was making it worth our while. Because if you look at, because as soon as
Scotland, wasn't even
yeah,
one.
because as soon as they broke up our autonomy, which was the biggest autonomy at the time, they gave Isle of Man to the Liberals, and then Wales was its own, and then Cardiff got given back to Juliana Dudley or whatever their name was before
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That massive, they're so. Have you seen that they're fighting against BG right now?
yeah. I've seen
So-
they're all infighting at the
Yes.
moment. I think.
Do you want to know why though? Because I'm pretty sure it's because Watman gave one of my other members governor of Cardiff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think they got really salty that they kept losing their role as governor of Cardiff.
That's funny. That is really funny. I would be kind of salty
Murad
too,
is
though.
very offended by you.
I had the Isle of Man party in my PM earlier on saying something along the lines of.
Oh, you mean the new one? Yeah, they messaged me as well. They were
Yeah,
like,
like-
"Oh yeah, we want to be friends with you guys." And I'm like,
Ukrainians or
"I don't
something.
trust you at all."
Yeah, well, like they says we want to help you, we won't attack, we won't defend BG. I'm like, right, okay, fine. And then Watman threatened to take their autonomy off them, so he's like, well, we'll defend them once per hour. I'm like, right, okay, that's fine. And then I get another PM saying, we hear that you don't trust us, so we're not going to work with the FSP at this moment, but we might again. I'm like, well, that's not how you deal with the FSP. You do not come to us and tell us when you're ready to deal with us. We tell you.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Hey everyone.
Selective hearing, is it, Sean?
Oh, is that? I think Zen's talking. Hey, Zen, how you doing,
How's
buddy?
it going?
All good,
Oh,
man. All
yeah,
good.
That was not what I was expecting.
It's a nice voice. Nice to hear your voice again. You've been away for so long.
I have. I came back for the wars.
Came back for the wars, mate. You were definitely there for the wars.
Background.
What's that?
I'm
What
hearing, I'm hearing some swiping in the back of Zen.
Oh, yeah.
Credit card, that's the credit card going.
Yeah, he just got
Ah,
on the game. game and he's already like dropping fat stacks.
Mate, you can just hear it's like, you know, when you hear the jackpot on the making it rain, like when you hear the jackpot, on the slot machines.
I hope Murad listens in.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to our friend
He
Murad?
said to me once after the first time. So you know when you guys had the NR and WMP was going ham on BG for those like few weeks. Murad messaged me and we were talking, and I remember he said something to me and I was like, he said, "Oh yeah, I totally believed in you. I thought you were going to be like not the chosen one, but it was something like that." Said, "Oh, yeah,
the chosen one.
I was like, "Oh, I totally wanted you to be a king one day," and I was like, "Dude, what the fuck you on about? Like, you guys aren't going to let me do anything."
Do you know what? I love all the Russian players
so
apart from Murad.
Yeah,
Like, calling us all racist.
He
It's
plays
just
on people's
ridiculous.
do you know what? That's the thing that annoys me about Murad as well. He screenshots everything out of context. I promise you, I said this to him in a PM. I said, I don't feel comfortable talking to you because you screenshot everything. And it's true, I really don't feel comfortable talking to him. But the fact of the matter is, nobody else is really like Murad. He goes to the Russian articles and he complains to everybody over
He's
there.
always
But
crying. Always.
yeah, like he always say that we're being racist and that we hate Russians and all that kind of stuff. It's not even true. Like I've said to him
Nah, we
so
get on
many
with all the
times.
Russians.
I've said to him so many times. I've said to him so many times. Look, it's not that we hate Russians. Like it would be we hate Romanians if they were the ones that owned the game from the beginning, or
Exactly.
it's just the fact that you guys are everywhere, that it just and the problem is that they're not willing to like give that up and like give other people a chance to play the game. They're like, oh yeah, well we'll give you one region, but you know how it's just pointless having one region.
Oh, yeah.
Really, it is.
One region is
Stay around because it's been around for so long.
You might as well just have a governorship if you're going to just own one independent region, and it's probably like one is just as lonely as two. By the way,
Yeah,
two is
Swift,
two is just as lonely
don't
as
give
one.
people that idea. Don't give people the idea that that's even preferable alternative to freedom.
Well, no, it's not. It's not
Oh,
preferable
God.
in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but because since the Northern Republic, it went on holiday. We moved it somewhere else. That's what we're going to say. Listen, it's on holiday. Sean's not leading it. All right, it's on vacation. It'll be back in a few days, right? Well, since that has happened, people have got what I would say is PDA syndrome, where people from all of the big three, IRS, WNP, FSP, people have been leaving and making all these stupid little parties that have... Right, listen, if Britain is free of the Russian dictatorship, and people want to leave and make their own parties for different reasons, I can understand it.
Exactly.
But for some reason, people have
stick
decided
around until the job's done.
Yeah, the job isn't done, right? Like you're trying to act like
Stand your ground and fight.
if you listen, make a power play after the war's over. Don't be doing this shit where you're trying to screw everyone else over for power when
there's no
we're not
power
free.
to have.
Yeah, exactly.
They
It's like, why are you doing this?
Something.
Like Kieran, back to Kieran. That's exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. The
Kieran's
guy
spelling.
beginning, the loser. Yeah, that guy.
The game really needs to have like a level, I don't know, 50 or 60. Party. You can't start a party until you've hit the level 50 or 60 to give them time to actually get an idea for the game and understand what's going on.
200%.
I got to jump up quickly. I'll be back on.
And then they need to raise the resource level needed to work in resources to level 70.
Yeah.
Because that economy is so unbelievably dead, it actually makes me sad.
What economy?
Exactly.
No, that was actually a genuine question. Like I'd zoned out there. I was reading the
no. Because right, when we started back in the good old days, Sean. Yeah. Do you remember when you could sell oil for like? How much was it, Sean? Swift, you and me talked about this, right? It was like 500 or something.
What? No, it was up in the 700s.
Yeah. Well, no, but at like prime time when we were all selling for mad money, it was like 500. 700 was when we just started. Like we made bank back in the day. To make real big money, like 10 trillion and above, it takes ages because it is just terrible, and they really do need to fix it because it's only going to get worse, especially with all these new British players that have just flooded in, because that's going to decrease the economy even more, especially in the next few wars that are going to level them up real quick.
The problem is that it's so easy to get your hands on. Like, you hit level 60, which, to be fair, if you've got a premium account and you've got, you know, at least 2 working brain cells, you can be at level 60 in 2 days. You know, there's absolutely no
it takes like 2
reason why
seconds.
you can't hit level 60. So I
Or
mean,
if
you
you
hit level 60, and there's more than enough oil mines and what have you, oil wells going about to work, that the supply of oil is just through the roof for the amount of demand that you need. You know, it needs leveled out in some way. You know, make it a bit harder so that the price goes back up.
Actually, I think they should do it where like oil and ore should be level 60, but stuff like diamonds and uranium should be like higher. Because at least then you could have like a tier system for resources. Because I feel like stuff like uranium and diamonds are a higher tier. They're harder to do, and like not many people do them. I think that's the only way they're going to do it. Because I think oil and ore is just screwed at this point. People have trillions in stockpile, but uranium and diamonds not so much because not many people do them. Like I recently made a diamond mine in Wales that I've been upgrading, and like it makes good money if you do it right, but even still, because people can do it just as easily.
The only way to make money off of like diamonds and uranium is to use the gold to pass over your experience. Unless you're willing to grind for pretty much nothing to get the experience up, you have to pass the experience over from you know, gold, oil, whatever, over to your diamonds and uranium to actually make any kind of real profit.
Yeah, exactly. So, can we talk about how being a factory owner makes you absolutely fucking nothing if you're a nice guy? Can we talk about how I used to give my people in Wales like a shit wage, and I give 99% on every factory, and I make nothing. But the amount of gold I put in
is 5 factories. I've owned a few, but I've closed 5 of them down over the months, and it's just not worth it. There's absolutely no worth to it at all.
You must have got so much gold back.
75% back.
Yeah, but you had like level 100 factories, didn't you?
I had a couple of 75s and I had a couple of 100 odds. I've still got a 135 gold mine, which I'm just not leveling up because it's just not worth leveling it. It's not worth the hassle.
Right, let me tell you what my mines are looking like. So I've got the main gold mine in Wales, which I made back when we first set up, which is 145. It's full, by the way. It's full of people. Nice. I can't keep up because XP isn't coming through fast. Welsh Core Oil, level 115. Welsh Core Gold 2, which is in Scotland. Don't ask.
What?
Level No. It's in Scotland because when we were doing our wars, when you guys were the NR, we put factories all across Britain so that we could mine gold when Wales was taxed by 100, because we didn't want to go to other places and give other people money, basically. Welsh Core Diamond, level 100, and then Welsh Core Gold 3, which is in Cardiff, level 100. So, like, I've put in quite a lot of gold in helping people, and I have got absolutely fuck all back.
Just when you said about how much gold you put in, do not moan about factory wages and what people are doing with the factories, because we pay
the money.
Yeah, it's true.
If you want to work in a factory and you want to demand that you get 95% or 98% or whatever wage, go and open one. Go and pay the money and open your own factory. Do not come to me and complain that I've set your wage or whatever for whatever reason because I bought the fucking thing, all right?
Fucking preach it, Sean. Fucking preach it. Damn, you are damn right.
You go, girlfriend. You go.
Sean, who accused you guys of decreasing someone's wages in NR? Who was it?
Oh, wasn't it Ryan Hadge? I mean,
Ryan Belhadge.
I nearly said the other way.
He's in my party, so I can't say screw him. But what party was he in?
Oh God,
the British Democratic Party.
Screw them. Snakes, that's what they are.
Yeah, the British Democratic Party. All they wanted was power.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else did he go to? PDA, I think he went to.
PDA. Well, yeah, but was he the good leader of PDA, or am I thinking
Ryan's
someone else?
been the good leader of nothing.
Because you said there was one party in NR that at one point was like trying to beat.
That was Patrick. With
there you go. Okay, well, forget I said anything then. Patrick, yeah, we're not gonna.
I'm paying 80% to my workers.
80? Slave driver.
Oh, slave driver. You're kidding, right? 80?
Give them more money, man. Honestly, what is wrong with you?
If you want a 99% wage and a level 145 gold factory, come to Wales. I'll give you 99. I don't care if you're Dudley. I'll give you 99% wage. Don't you worry.
Whatman set to 0, by the way. During after we lost Northern Republic and ended up back in BGs, started setting all FSP to 0. That was funny.
I remember back in the 7-Day War when you guys were like had to get work permits, and what was his name? Mentalist? Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he
really?
messaged
Here's another
he was messaging me like, "Oh, we can't get any gold." And I was like, "Boys, Wales is literally," because we had said it because we didn't. I mean, I can say it now because it was ages ago, but we set Wales so you can work there without a permit. So everyone who was stuck in Britain who couldn't work could just work in Wales. But I guess people didn't find out to the very end. So
Hey,
I want to
real
move.
quick.
Go on, Blake. Go on.
Yeah, Speedo Sam wanted to say something. He's actually very knowledgeable when it comes to factories and all that stuff.
Drag him
So
in.
I mean, yeah. So if you want to unmute him or whatever.
Where is he? You
Go.
got him?
Yeah, I got him. Go on, Speedo Sam. You're good to. Can you talk now? I think you
Should be able.
you should have the roles and everything to be able to talk.
is he doing the quiet game on you?
Oh, yeah, I think I need to get the cricket sound effects out.
Play some loud air horns. Wake him up, please.
Yeah.
I think he got his server muted.
No, he's not. He's
No,
not server
he's
muted.
not muted, yeah.
He's got all the right tags and everything.
Says he's talking in chat, but we're not
Is his
here.
mic off or something?
Yeah,
Is that right?
leave the chat and come back. No, it would show that his mic's muted. You see, like Zen, he can
Mm.
talk and everything, but he's local muted.
Yeah.
Try. I can't move you because the list of people is too long. I
Oh,
can't.
look, Huey Long's there. I love the article, by the way.
Huey
Loved it.
Long.
Thanks
Huey
very
Long.
much.
What article? What are we loving?
Was that the Edinburgh invasion one? No.
I'm sure it was him that done the FSP can't be stopped one. I'm sure it was.
Has anyone seen
I
that
have
Edinburgh
heard of
Coup one?
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Like that
Which
is
one?
brilliant. That is
The film
brilliant.
Which one?
It's the second most popular on English Post right now, and it's made by the Philippines guy. Is it Philippines? Yeah, the Philippines guy, Tachanka.
Tachanka,
And
yeah.
It is truly quality,
I-
like quality humor.
I mean,
The picture of like just medieval knights fighting over stuff. It's like, oh yes.
I can't actually post the article link in here because, yeah,
Yeah, can someone find it and pull it up?
I can't. I've got it up on the. I mean, shall I read it to everyone, or is that a bit too much?
Well, people can
Oh, it's a
probably
bit
see it on
too
stream,
long.
right?
A lot of it's to do with the pictures, like
The pictures are pretty good. Like I like how he photoshopped the queen in a battle and stuff.
Like
I
if
found
you
that
if
quite
you go
funny.
to this if you all go to the
it's the tags he puts under the pictures, though.
if you all go to the stream, you'll be able to see it there because you'll be able to see what I see basically and hear what I hear and all that kind of good stuff. So if you go there, I'll show you the article if you can't find it. But it is in the best articles at the moment. I'm scrolling through it at the moment. It's
think
a
it's
really good article. It's like 700 upvotes, 697 karma on it. But yeah,
it is top. It's good.
Mine second, just saying.
Guys,
Is it really?
Oh no, it was. It's
One
gone.
second, Julio, go ahead, mate. Go ahead.
guys, it's been a pleasure to be here today, but I'm afraid I need to go now.
No problem, mate. No problem. Thank you for coming.
Okay, just give me a shout next time, yeah?
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
will
happy
do.
to
We will
join
do.
You guys, yeah?
For sure,
Okay,
for sure.
lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See you
this
later,
was
mate.
right.
Have a good weekend.
See you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, Julio.
See you, man.
he left
Right.
before.
Whatever.
Blake.
No one wants Draco saying bye to them, so they just leave anyway.
Yeah, they don't care if
yeah,
he
but-
says goodbye or not.
Yeah, hey, listen, right? I'm pretty sure you call me a war hero, right, Sean? So let's calm it down on the trash talk, yeah?
Mate,
Yeah.
it was in global. I had to actually look
No,
like I appreciated
no.
it.
I'm pretty. I'm gonna read up on the chat a sec. I'm pretty sure you said that to Tifford in DMs actually. So, let's keep scrolling. Oh, this can take forever.
Do you know what I love the most about the article is how he's named certain people in the pictures, like in one of the first ones.
Oh, he's only bringing this up because he's got a mention.
Yeah. You
Come on.
know. Yeah, I'm whacking it out, right? So, after being removed from his throne, King Sean Grey returns to take
Get
back
him.
what is rightfully his, along with Swift-Killer and Zen Alex on his left and right, respectively. And I think he's referring to in the picture, but I'm on the left-hand side with carrying a sniper on my shoulder, and I think Zen's got some sort of rocket propelled launcher thing in his hand, and Sean's got, what is it? Is that an M16, M4A1 or something?
Oh, I didn't
So he's
actually
got an
look at-
assault rifle. He's got some assault rifle basically. It looks really good though. It's cool. It's cool. And there's another part where he's like SAS's finest from left to right. Mr. Malcolm, Swift Killer, Mitch, and Zen Alex. So everyone's getting a mention there. Mentalist. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No.
Please
Single
stop.
engine Cessna dropping in.
Get that
Yeah.
disgusting icon off this Discord right now, man.
Oh
That's
man.
disgusting.
Oh
my
man.
God.
That's bad. That's so bad.
No advertisements on Discord. Come on now.
No, yeah, we managed to make it #1
Banned.
best article. Yeah, okay,
Please
yeah.
tell me that's you, Draco.
Sorry, what?
Please tell me that's you. You're mudshot in the thing.
Oh wow, it's literally jumped
That's what he
like
meant, mate.
50. I guess that got a load of upvotes. Nice, thanks
This is
guys
the
for
power
going and
of Swift,
upvoting it.
a Swift killer in his community.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. It's all about being. Oh wait, Speedo Sam. He's lighting up now. Speedo.
Hey, what's up? So you guys
Hey.
can hear me or what?
Yeah. You wanted to talk about
Yes.
factories a little bit, right?
Oh,
Welcome. Wait. We got to do something first. Who are you? What are you about, Speedo? For the sake of people that might not know.
Well, my name's Speedo Sam, and I've just been playing the game for about 4 months, and there wasn't very much information out there for English players, so we've been trying to figure out game mechanics.
Cool. What do you think of the community? Is it a good idea, bad idea? What do you think? Indifferent?
Oh yeah, the podcast is a great idea. We need to get more Rival Regions exposure out to the English-speaking community.
Definitely. I agree with that. Definitely. Can't agree with that sentiment anymore. So what about the podcast factories even? What is it you wanted to say?
Well, you guys were kind of saying about the profit, how you don't make any profit off of factories, and I used to be in that same boat too. I didn't realize I had a level 143 gold mine, and you don't make nothing off that. I left it at 99% profit, was earning about $1 billion a day maybe, and it was full of workers too. But with gold mines, you actually do gain a daily gold revenue with share. It's what do they call it? They called it shared profit or something like that. But the most off that I ever earned was 9 gold a day. And then, but when you sell it, what you're doing with the factory is you're really trying to, you're selling the workers that are using their gold to spend energy to work in your gold mine to level it up. You're selling that gold at the end of it all. So like I profited 21,000 gold off selling my gold factory, and but I mean it's hard to figure how much gold is actually spent to get it to that point. With the gold factory, though, it doesn't really matter. But with any other resource factory, it does.
Do you mean like auctioning the factory, or do you mean like?
Yeah, auctioning.
Yeah, auctioning. Yep.
Yeah,
Do
I've
you-
been considering doing. But...
Does it actually genuinely earn a profit? Like I've got a level 150 factory. Am I going to earn profit compared to what I spent on it? Do you think?
It
yes.
is an auction, so it is a risk. But yeah, most likely you will.
Okay.
Well,
So and
yeah,
then I could rinse, dry, repeat. But the only thing I'm really selling is experience that I've earned like through people working in it and stuff. So that's also part of the cost, isn't it?
That's exactly it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's a free cost, isn't it? That doesn't really matter,
It's free cost to you.
Yeah,
not
of
to your
course.
work.
Well, I mean, I do
Yeah,
care about my workers, but they earn something for it.
Yeah, giving that 99% wage, while some people are giving 80%. I mean, what is the world coming to, boys?
Slave drivers.
Slave drivers.
99% or nothing. Is
Definitely.
Especially.
So I'm going to move on to the next sort of topic of point, which is how people got addicted to rival regions, let's say. Yeah, so this is a cracking one, and we are going to get. So if anybody wants to join in, I'll give them the podcast a role, and you can talk as long as you're going to be sensible and responsible. Yeah, I know, right? There's a few people that are already banned from doing this, and they know who they are already. They were removed from this first video, and they are still banned to this day. But yeah, so let's go with alphabetical order. Blake, how did you get addicted to RR? Why do you like it so much?
Basically, like everyone else, is just cruising through the App Store. We all have an affinity for geopolitical games, or just political games in general, because we're all nerds. But I saw Rival Regions. I thought it was like a one-man thing. I thought, it was just come in, it's a simulator. But then, I saw it was an MMO. And, just because of the community and everything. And, I mean, I probably would have left if there wasn't a global chat, if there wasn't conferences and all that jazz. And, I got a lot of great friends. Like, my council members that I have, like, I'm pretty sure what's his name, Draco was hitting it on the head. Like, he's got a tight knit group that he has in a council, and that's exactly the same for me. I got a British guy, I got a Filipino girl, I got, it's basically Chiefs worldwide, and there's never like a dull moment. So I mean, if it wasn't for the community, if it wasn't for everyone joking around and Chief and all that, I probably would have quit a long time ago. But
So for you, it's a lot about sort of socializing and stuff like that. You reckon?
Oh yeah, because I'm just a lonely prick.
Well, no, it's funny you should say that, because I was speaking to someone recently, sources and all that remain unnamed, but I was speaking to someone from the Russian community recently, actually today, and they were telling me about how this game was actually developed in the first place, and apparently, correct, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently it should have been somebody's college project for their college.
It still looks like it now.
I didn't want to. Apparently it was supposed to be a social media, and it ended up being this.
Wow, they really messed up that one, then, didn't they?
That's an F. Here's my social media idea I've turned in a political sim. Like, what?
Well, we say that we are all completely addicted to this game.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I don't even want to look at my bank statement for how much I've put into this.
Yeah. On that note, if I can quickly move on, thank you very much. I don't want to talk about that. Draco, how did you get addicted to RR? Would you say?
Okay, so before RR, I played a lot of because I have an Android phone, so I basically played a lot of early access games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. The reason I found it was because I used to play a lot of early access games, and so I was kind of looking through that section because I kind of enjoy playing games that are kind of like new projects. They need a lot of work. They need a community, but like at the core, they can the people driving the games are good and all that. And I found Rival Regions, and a long time ago I used to play E-Republic, which some people will probably know is like the shittest political game ever in comparison to this. But like back in the day, it used to be the shit.
I'm right there with you.
And so basically, I came over to I tried it, and I was like, when I first came into Britain, there was no Welsh parties. There were hardly any British parties apart from that party that we're not going to talk about because it died real quick. Now known as FSP, kind of, I guess. I don't know. And so I was, you guys, absorbed them. Rightfully,
no,
you took them all. Yeah, you did. You totally absorbed some of them.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. No.
They refused point blank to come to us because of the hatred that had already started up. They would not join us. I think we maybe got about
none of their members joined you.
There was a few. There was like 4 or 5.
I'm not saying you guys took the whole party. I'm just saying the ones that didn't quit went to you.
Well, yeah, I myself put out an article saying, "Oh, can you?"
Anyway, the point is, they were a dead party. They're gone. Whatever. And FSP now exists.
Woo, FSP.
Scottish National Party was what it originally was, anyway.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was. No, because it was the Scottish.
But this isn't about that.
This isn't about that. Anyway,
this isn't about this. Addicted to How did you get addicted?
Before that happened, basically there were no major parties, and I was like, well, like the rest of the community looks active as hell. This looks like a fun game to try, and I was like, well, I have a ton of friends from around Britain, so I'm like, I'm gonna just get some on. We're gonna make a little community. Obviously, I did that. And then I joined the party with a few of my friends to join Picton's party, which was the original WMP. Obviously, I then kind of built the group around that because he didn't really build his community as much as I've done to this point because he was, I wouldn't say he was inactive. He just wasn't anywhere near as active as I am. And I guess the reason I got addicted into this game was just like the people I had met, not even in Britain, because I would say that the British community is very close. It was more like the communities in other places, like Portugal, Spain. I've got a friend I talk to from the Ukraine in this game, like all the time. Like, genuinely, the friends I've talked to in this game are just second to none.
So for you, it's something for you for very similar to Blake. Is that it's the social aspect of it? Then would you say?
Yeah, and the fact that I get to do mad DPS.
And it's good. It's fun.
I get to say I'm the highest DPS in Wales. That's another good.
I tell you what, unlike most games, this game gets better as you go along. I think, like as you play more time, you start doing more damage. You start gaining a bit of a reputation, and people start listening to you and all that kind of stuff. Like it genuinely does get better, but that's like the polar opposite of most games. Like you play something like COD, you play it for a couple of days, you get bored eventually.
Do you?
It's just an example. I mean, who even plays COD here? I mean, honestly, you're a scrub. Stop it. Just stop it now.
2001. Come
Just,
on now.
I know, like when it was Call of Duty Black Ops. Anyway, that's not the point. We're not talking about Call of Duty.
Off topic again.
Yeah, I know. This is all your fault, Draco. You just go off topic constantly. This is the last time. The last time. I'm joking.
I'm gonna get like beaten after this. I'm sorry.
Sam, I'm curious.
Guy who talks about DPS and 10-minute attacks.
Sam,
Listen, Sean, I'm sorry that your bank account is bigger than mine.
Oh, what, are we slapping the bank accounts out on the table? Is that what we're calling them today?
Yeah, all right. Well, let's all be quiet before Zen unmutes his mic again.
Yeah, quickly. He still deafened. He didn't hear us. Sam, how did you get addicted to RR, mate? How did it all come about for you? If you're still there. Are you still there? Is he still there? Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, here he is.
Hey.
All right, well, basically for the first week, just same as everybody else, freaking trolling through the Play Store and found this. And first week, I had no idea what the hell was going on. I came in during free premium, so for the first week I idled.
I was in free premium. Get in.
Free premium, and I didn't even realize it for probably about 2 weeks. Then I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to pay money for this game eventually." And I'm not one to. I've never spent money on a mobile app before. Never happened. Never wanted to. Don't trust the internet transactions. I'll send them a money order. That kind of guy, And so I got to playing, and then luckily this was during Advent America, and so I didn't really have a party. I didn't want to join the one majority party that was there for everybody. And luckily, about a week into the game, Seth Rich found me and recruited me and brought me into the fold, and we started working together. I got into playing the markets in the game, started doing that market watch articles, and the game really became a job for a while. And that's, I was putting in probably about 6 to 8 hours a day putting out those market watch articles.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah,
that money.
Yeah, well, no, that was just making the articles, because I don't know if you guys seen it all, but I was manually recording prices throughout the day, and I had probably about 30 or 40 staff members that were helping me do that, and I was paying them for it. And it turned out pretty hectic. Now the Young Indians, Animish, I believe is his name. He took over the market.
Yeah, I see. I've heard of that. There's also another guy that does it already as well. He's on the server. His name is I don't know if it's Jan or Jan, but Makarek. He does the same thing, but in all different kinds of articles. And he processes information about the highest states and which one is the most profitable and things like that. It's got an RR and it's blue, like a light blue logo with a circle.
Is that the French Minister of Economics?
I'm not too sure.
Makarek.
He's a partner advisor. His name is that.
His articles are genuinely some of the most detailed, hard-working articles I've ever seen in this game.
Yeah, if you ever get he uses code to do that, by the way. He gets that all automatically.
Well, yeah, but just the way he presents it and the code and stuff he uses for it, it's mad respect for him for putting out all that information for people, because there are very few people in this game who actually give out information in so much detail.
Yep,
especially
exactly.
To do with the markets and stuff.
That's what I want. I think all the information should be public record. Everybody should get to. It's like I equate it to the same thing as handing a controller to a first-person shooter to your buddy, and then proceeding to just destroy him while he doesn't even know the buttons yet.
Fair point.
So,
nice analogy.
Yeah, I was going to say. William, are you there? I'll let you go before myself. How did you get addicted to RR?
Your alphabet.
Can we just wait? Are we skipping Sean now? What?
Where did you learn to?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm just going through the list.
We're skipping the leader of the EU.
Oh, wait, sorry. My apologies, Sean. No, Sean, no. Oh my God!
Swift wants that 80%.
He's got that.
He doesn't care about you.
Look, nobody cares about the egos and things like. Just go on, say your piece. Go on, Sean. Yeah, we'll have the go. Yeah, Sean, shut up then. All right, go on, William. Your turn.
If you'd stop
Okay.
interrupting him.
So I think I'm the same like Sam. Like I never played game like RR before. I was just looking for a game which takes me like 5 minutes a day. I was so naive. I thought I'm just gonna play like 2 minutes and that's one a day.
5 minutes a
I
day.
was never so wrong in my life.
Oh god.
So yeah, so the first day I played, it was so confusing. I don't know what I was doing. So I was like, this is some bad game. I'll never play it again. And then I came back like a week after. And because I had premium, I made like 10 levels. I was like, wow, I made 10 levels in this game. I don't know what I'm doing. So maybe I just give it a try. So I played it a bit, and there were also huge community support especially in my country. Like they're helping me out. There were all the conferences, and they were making some events for the players. So I guess the community actually what kept me in. Otherwise, I would just stop playing the game the very instant, right?
Yeah, that's makes sense.
Nothing
Makes
to do
sense.
with the like slave driving, right?
No, it's not because you like owning factories and making people work for peanuts, is it?
It must genuinely. It must be so nice to see your like money in your factory actually increase daily. Like,
Yeah.
That must be such a nice thing.
I'm paying 80% in my factory, and I earn like 30 billions daily just from one of my factories.
Daily, I'll make that in like a month. Bruh, I need to start making my guys slaves.
Just see that wage creeping down slowly but surely in the Welsh factories.
1% by 1%.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean, go on, mate. You go first.
Me go first. How did I get into RR?
How did you get addicted? Why do you play as much as you do?
Why do I play so much?
Why do you swipe so much? I think is what you mean.
Why do I swipe
why
so
do you
much?
why do you swipe hard?
Yeah.
I don't know. It started because obviously it was player driven. We made the storyline, if you like. You know, there is no game. There's no game basis. Everything that you have in game is player driven. You know, the country names, most of them. You know, you start getting the default, the custom ones and that coming in, and but I think when I realised that there was a challenge there, you know, when I saw that Russians or what have you, Ukrainians, you know, they'd been on for 4 years, it was like, right, game on, bitch. So, you know, out came the bank account and off went the stats, and I don't know. I love the politics of it. I love the fact it's player driven, but I love the fact that there was a target set there. There was a goal to reach.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, you ruined the silence. We could have gone for like 5 minutes then. Oh, honestly though, Sean, your stats are easily the best in Britain at this point, right?
I think it's
UK number one. Yes.
I think it's my turn. I think it's my turn. I'm going to let Catacombs have a turn in a minute, but I will let anyone else that wants to have a go. So just mention me in the chat if you want to have a little chat with us and tell us how you got addicted to rival regions. I will do it one at a time, so it will probably be in the order of which you write the message. But how did I get addicted to rival regions? I was, when I first started playing, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I was actually traveling to see my girlfriend. So I wasn't even in sort of like my home region when I started. I actually managed to land myself a residency in London of all places. So anything that kind of happened didn't really affect me because they were never going to give away London. But the region where I would have started originally would have been in the Irish land, like, you know, Rockefeller's country nation thing. Yeah, Irish land. So I think the reason why I like it so much is because the people that I play with have got like a really good community about them. Like everybody kind of gets along with each other. You know, we do, you know, don't get me wrong, we have different opinions sometimes. We can't agree on everything. But on you know, completely being honest, like on the whole, we get along really well. And I think that it's like any other game really, where it brings people together, and you know, from all different parts of the world, and you know, you create new relationships with players from different parts of the world. I feel like it's no different to playing something like PUBG. You know, like you you meet someone online, you add them on Steam, and then you play some games with them. So I quite like meeting new people. So I think meeting all these new people is quite a good thing. But other than that, you know, give me a water fight and I'm enjoying it pretty much. I love a good war.
Fair.
Yeah.
FSP, man. That's what we do all day, every day. War.
Best.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You wanna know how to fight a war? Ask FSP, mate.
Yeah, just join one battle with the FSP and you'll be like level 72 and you'll be like you'll have no gold and you'll be real hard.
Yeah.
You'll be talking like you've had Vietnam flashbacks your whole life.
I went to my doctors for like PTSD.
I remember the 7-day war. Oh, it was the worst day of my life.
Right, hang on a second, then, guys.
Oh.
Let me get Pal Catacombs talking.
To be fair though, we got a great community in Britain, I think. Like, I'm quite happy that we have, like, well, the British Isles, we have like such a nice like 3-party community going on, where we have like differing opinions, but we all work together because we all realise there's like a higher place to work for, I guess.
I mean, there is you know, obviously WMP and FSP had the disagreements, but we've now,
we don't have the best history, but you know
we've finally got rid of that. But sorry, excuse me. This no, that was genuinely
no, I know, but it's
perfect timing. But there's still too many in the UK who really do need to just stop. You know, just drop the pathetic grudges, and you know, because the UK could be absolutely unstoppable on some levels. You know, if we all pulled together and started hitting as one, you know, that's crazy damage. Crazy damage.
Yeah, we proved it every single time we've teamed up. That like every single time us two have teamed up, or if the Irish have joined as well, that it has been like Glitch's worst nightmare.
God,
that's true. That's very true. So Pal Catacombs. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Go on.
Yeah, you can call me Pal.
Pal,
yeah.
Pal. That's good. Easy. I like easy. So yeah, how pow pew pew pew. So how did you get addicted to Rival Regions? Why do you enjoy playing it so much? What makes it? Why do you come back every day and play?
First of all, it was like at the beginning of September, and it was recommended in Play Store, the app, and like everyone, the Spanish community was like created in September, and everyone joined, and well, we were under the Habsburger Reich, the Russians.
Oh right, yeah.
And we created like small parties, trying to get the independence, as you are doing right now.
Yep.
And yeah, we're like we got very strong bonds between like all the community. We're around 200 Spanish people, and yeah, we like created conferences and all that, and it's probably the best part. The social part and the geopolitical is the best. And also like Spain, when we got the independence, we created a Discord for the parliament, another Discord for the whole community, Telegram too. And like Spain is isolated from everything else. Like we have our own politics and our problems. And
yeah,
probably
for sure.
The government and some leaders are the public figures that speak with the other communities. But yeah, it's very good. And also when you pay for the game, for the gold and the premium, like you need to come back to the game and play, because it's money wasted.
For sure. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm gonna take away the roll so we don't get any kind of feedback through the mic or whatever. But thank you very much for getting involved. We'll mute you now. Thank you. Oh, actually, before
we do that.
What is your position in the game? Like, are you a governor of anywhere? Are you
I've been president, but now I'm only governor, and I'm with the government, with the Spanish government.
Okay, so you used to be a state leader then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Foreign minister and former president now.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much. Is there anyone else that wants to? Oh, Trav, he wants to Let me.
Man, that just reminds me how little I've achieved at this point.
Trav.
Indecisive. Draco, I had big hopes for you, but you were too indecisive.
You were supposed to be the king, Draco. Why did you screw it up?
Trav. Guys,
Yes.
chill. Trav, go ahead, mate. Why are you addicted to Rival Regions?
Well, me, for the reason why I'm addicted, it's just there's just so many things to do. It's almost like an alternate form of reality, almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's definitely definitely one way to look at it.
So whenever I just joined, I was having trouble with another app, so I was like, fuck it. And then I went ahead and got into the Play Store. I found the game. Really got the community is really what kept me in, but the aspect that it's like really big to me now is the market. The market is, I fucking love the market. Like, I know it's failing, but I make so much money on the market, man. It's like, I don't have to spend gold or anything. I don't have to do any of that. It's just, I'm just sitting here just playing the market.
So
I'm not playing the market, I'm probably just watching YouTube.
You like the farming and the grinding, that kind of thing about it.
Oh yeah, I love the grind, man. Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually spent any money in the game yet. I'll probably be spending some in a few days though. But I've gotten pretty far without using any money, and I'm pretty proud of that, you know? Just a pure grind.
Okay, that's cool. Nice, Trevor. Thank you very much for talking. Anybody else? Anybody else at all?
To be fair to us British players, we are quite lucky that we have quite a lot of players like Sean who have like big swiping power, so we can like.
Seriously, what do you want? You've been too nice to me tonight.
We're just so. I mean, to be fair though, like Britain's got pretty lucky that our players are all like big spenders. Because I mean, we have progressed so quickly in this game. Like,
I mean, to be fair, the pricing of the game is not.
Oh no, you're not going to bring up the Russian argument of how it's more expensive for them to buy stuff there.
Yeah,
right? You're not going to pull a Murad on me.
Pull a Murad where Murad thinks that what is it, Westerners should pay more for gold and premium than what Eastern players should pay. That's like going into your local shop and having your wage slip and be like, oh mate, how much is this bread going to cost me today because I earn this much? You know, fuck off.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, well, I'm gonna Dario Fernandez. You're up, my friend. Let us know if you can talk. Can you talk, Dario?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, nice. Go ahead, mate. How did you get addicted to RR?
Well, I was just looking for a political simulator, and I just found it. When I joined, there was I'm from Germany, and there was like I was typing something in the chat. Like for 5 hours, I didn't get one response. And I thought, man, this game is pretty dead. I quit for like 5 days, came back, and then we already had like 100 Germans. Back then we were a Russian dictatorship, but already it was pretty much active. And I like the community of Germany, or the general community. I like the concept. I mean, I pretty much play the game every day, like 1 hour at least. I spend some money, like the monthly premium, but not more. Yeah, that was pretty much the thing for me. Like, I have been searching for this type of game for a long time, and I finally found it, and now I'm hooked up on it. It consumes a lot of my time, but it's worth it.
Nice.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally right, though, aren't you?
Yeah, that is true. True words. All right. Who is next? Abby, you wanted to talk. Are you able to talk now?
Got a great thing.
You should be able to talk. I think you might be muted yourself though. So.
Yeah, look on mute.
Wait, who's that to talk? Abby?
Yeah, Abby says she wants to talk.
I gotta be nice then.
just waiting for the deepest voice out of everyone here. Like,
yeah. Abby, go.
Oh, no.
You should have rights to talk now. So
They can't unmute themselves apparently. They've said in chat.
let me find it.
I can't unmute is what they've said.
There you go. You should be able to talk now.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So how did you get addicted to Rival Regions?
Well, basically, I don't have like an Android or anything. I have an iPhone, so I play it on my browser. and my friends, they're like obsessed with politics right now. It's really annoying, and so they're like, Abby, we found this game. So I'm like, okay, I'll play it with you guys. And I join, and then we play for like a couple weeks, and then America gets destroyed, and they full on rage quit, right?
Oh my god.
And so I just joined a party. I joined VCP. And then I'm like, I like American Federation. I went to CAP. And CAP made me want to, I'm sorry to everyone, but CAP made me want to quit RR.
Really? Why?
Because the amount of spam and Chaz I had to go through every day.
Oh my god.
But it got me, and then it got me a government position, Chief decided to nuke Alabama. I was governor of, and then I left and joined Chief. And I think the only reason that I stayed was that I became friends with like Blake and Anubis and Order that were in Chief. And I'm like, they're pretty cool. And so I guess the social aspect and like making connections on the game is what kept me like on it still. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. So you've made a lot of friends, so you kind of stay for the friendships that you've made and stuff. But even though your real life friends have quit now, you say? Do they play more now?
She came in on back of them, but now it's her that's left. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's a good game though. I appreciate why you go on.
Oh no, my bad. But I told them that America's getting together still, but they're from California, and I think they're just pissed off still that it's not like controlled by Americans, so they won't.
That's an issue, I think, that Americans, not so much now, it was a month or two back, was that the Americans were so like concentrating on the real life states. And, a lot of them were, well, if I live in this state, I want this state independent. And, you're saying that your friends won't come back because their real life state is still under foreign rule, if you like.
I know, and I tried to like talk him out of it, but he's just a stubborn ass.
Man, you're lucky he wasn't British. I mean, he never would have played in the first place. Like, the amount of new players in Britain who join and they instantly make an arc of being like, we ought to rise up and fight for a free Britain. It's like, come on now. Please,
like, where do I fight?
Please, just stop. Just go join an FSP and learn something, you fool.
Exactly. Good luck.
Yeah, WMP is basically only for the Welsh at this point, so it's all good.
Is WMP still Civic Party?
Yeah, we are.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, I respect Mullins. A few of the other parties are a bit not so good. Whatever.
Poor Mullins.
Is there anybody else that wants to tell us their story?
Mullins is not, isn't he? So
Wow. Stoicky, that's a bit weird, mate. Yeah. Anybody at all? Anybody want to come and talk?
I pinned something to talk about, and I completely forgot what it is
now.
You wanted to talk about cancelling Christmas?
No. Oh, that's it. We can't gift. No. We can't gift people premium.
Yeah.
Anymore, and it's like, what? I was gonna buy like everyone premium. I was gonna be like WMP members free premium, and it's like, nah.
Is that Mr. Malcolm that I see there?
So I think everyone in WMP can cry.
I think
is Malcolm in?
Yeah, I spy Mr. Malcolm in the live lounge.
Where?
Yeah, I see him. Malcolm, you're gonna talk to us, mate. You're gonna come and talk.
Yeah, the missus tell that you're coming on, mate.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, just go and stand outside for a minute. I don't care if it's windy and raining. Come on, Malcolm. Spam Malcolm in the chat. Make him come and talk to us.
Yeah, do we know if we're ever going to be able to buy people premium ever again? Because like
they're losing out on too much money not to. I would assume so.
Because I mean, I wanted to get some people some premium like Christmas presents, but no one. So
I don't know if it was right or if it was just like badly translated Russian into English, but I gifted premium from my main to my ult and from my ult to my main, because apparently if it was gifted premium, you got an extra 50% stat boost and an extra 200 or something energy drinks. So I don't know if I'm statting at like an extra 50% because my premium was gifted, or if it was just like badly worded in the purchase screen.
He left.
Yeah,
he left.
Damn. I was hoping he'd come on.
It's right. I'll get him next time. I'll get him next time,
Yeah,
guys.
we'll
Don't
get
worry.
him next.
Stop tagging him. Stop tagging him. That's,
Yeah,
that's a bit mad. He's gonna get rage. He's gonna get rage.
I was
He's gonna get
say,
triggered.
Another thing we could talk about, is anyone in it, like, have you guys, like, just one day been kind of bored because nothing's going on, and you guys just traveled around all the different nations in the game, kind of like talking to people? Has anyone else done this, or is it just me?
We're obviously head of completely different parties. There's not a day in this game that... Who was it? Sam, I think, earlier on said it was like a job, and it really, really is. If you want to get into any position of power in this game, you better be willing to put in damn long hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
you
but,
don't just turn up on your computer or your phone or that for an hour a day and think that you can run, a successful party or a successful nation, or... you have to be willing to treat it like a job. I mean, the amount of times I've been sat till 3, 4, 5 in the morning talking to Russians, trying to negotiate deals and stuff, is just absolutely crazy.
Okay, so apart from the fact that Sean basically just roasted me for having time to go around travel, basically, like, because we were, before we had the big attack, was it before before we had the big attacks on London, I was like, okay, I've got some free time. I've got more than enough gold and weapons. I'm rich. So I'm going to go having a little traveling around. So I went to a few places and just, went to go see the different communities. Sorry, Sean. Next time I won't, and I'll concentrate on my job, all right? But for those few days, I traveled around meeting people. And I thought it was quite a fun little experience, but I guess no one else...
They traveled to meet me. You've got to travel to meet them.
Hey, ooh, feel the burn.
Listen, you say that, yeah, but if you read those comments, I've got a lot of fans in different countries. I'm just saying, WMP has a very good reputation around the world. I'm just saying.
Oh, God.
So is there anyone else that wants to tell us the story of how they got addicted to rival regions? Tell us, come on. Don't be afraid.
I got addicted.
Well, what the fuck is like?
Friend
what?
Sean Gray told me to join, and I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, Sean, I'll join.
Oh,
I'm gonna make a Welsh party and just ignore you for ages."
Malcolm said, "What the fuck?" My girlfriend is like, "Who's that messaging?" Everyone. We got him in trouble, lads. We got him in trouble.
Who's that? Who's that person? Sean Gray messaging you? Oh, it's no one.
I wonder how many relationships have been ended by like too much time on rival regions,
or too much time on Discord. I mean, that could be quite. Oof.
I haven't been on here that long.
Yeah. I mean, there are people that spend a lot of time on it.
I saw someone said that they were gonna free their African colonies. Oh, dude, wait! Can I actually come over to Spain? Can someone give me a work permit to Spain? I'll be right over.
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
Well, if we want to get back to it, I got a little story or not really a story, but something to go off of what you guys were talking about earlier about being bored in the game.
Go on.
And I just like how this is legitimately a sandbox game. People get in here and like they take their real life jobs or whatever and bring it into the game. They find their own little niche and, they do their own thing. Like, for example, in Doth, everybody kind of naturally took up their own positions. We got guys that are, learning about the war. We got people like me that are learning about economics. We got people that are good at diplomacy, that are, going around the world talking to people. We got people, then people just kind of naturally fall into the role, and they find a part of the game that they enjoy, and then they do it and they do it well with a passion. And I don't know. I think that's pretty cool about the game. Like I've got some articles I want to write right now, actually, that I'm blowing off about market equilibrium and working the right factories during the right time based on market prices and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know.
And how there's too many factories in America.
Yes. Oh, there's too many factories worldwide.
Have you guys seen Edinburgh? I mean, that place is filled with the trashiest factories I've ever seen.
Ooh.
No. I mean, you've got like the FSP factories, and then you've got the people who've just joined the game and have decided that we're going to join the bandwagon and put on another gold factory. And it's like, why?
That is much better. Much
I can
better.
sense an FSP day out in Wales coming
Well, no,
on.
because everyone in the FSP swipes hard enough to make a good factory. To be fair to you guys, I mean, if you go to Wales, there's only four that really matter. They are all mine. Just saying. But
So
like,
Malcolm, are you gonna tell us your story? You're able to talk now. You should be able to talk. Malcolm.
If he talks, then he'll stop getting messages and he won't get dumped.
Yeah.
Oh, he can have his girlfriend come on instead and talk.
Yeah, like she can come on and we'll be like, he's not cheating on you, he's cheating on FSP.
How dare you take him away from her?
He's cheating on us with you.
Malcolm.
Admin cheated me pretty hard. Well, because like 2 months ago, I switched my bonus nation to English. So it's like, oh yeah, you know, the Northern Republic is created. I'm gonna help you guys. So I stayed in England for almost whole months, and nothing happened. There was no fight at all. Yeah. And I think it was 31st of November. The admin made a chance to change my bonus back to Czech, right? And I did it. And the next day, Safe compete me. Hey, dude, we're gonna fight. Can you help us? So that's how this admin screwed me over.
I see. Well, I think admin screwed us all over in one way or another, but you know.
It's like he was literally waiting for me.
We could have a talk about the no donation thing. That sucks. That really sucks. No donations. That is just.
Not my feeling.
No donations. What?
Yeah, you can't donate anymore. Like until he fixes something. I don't know. Like he needs to fix something with donations.
Yeah, there was people who had found the loophole, hadn't they, where they were
getting gold for free or something.
You mean that post the Romania made, who's like these guys have been duping like trillions of ore and putting it in a moon region to like.
Aye, well, apparently, like they had found something that was donating but wasn't taking like the amount off them or something. So they were donating and then they still had the amount they had donated. So they were then just spamming donate basically, and it was just keeping the resources on them. I'd heard. So
yeah, sounds a bit overpowered.
So yeah, come on, guys. Anybody else want to step up to the plate and have a chat with us? Tell us your story. I think Nathan, you wanted to, didn't you? Come to think of it.
Someone alt maybe want to talk about how they got like attached to the game.
Where's Nathan? Nathan.
Ooh, someone else made an FSP post.
Hello.
Hey Nathan. So how did you get addicted to RR exactly?
Well, I'd probably say the drama of everything. You know, we have a lot of that. I doubt anyone would be here unless, you know, there was some kind of drama going on. Because I'm pretty sure everyone would have just left due to boredom. Unless you actually enjoy the game, then, you know. Anyway, I started playing the game with my friend. He was dead into politics, and now so am I, but it was dead set on Scottish independence. So what he done is he set up a party in Scotland. It's called something like the Scottish Republican Party, and he led that for a few years before he eventually just went mad. Because actually, Sean, you were there, weren't you? You were there, and then he reverted power onto you.
John Joe Pocock or something.
Yes, John Joe.
I remember him.
You mean Sean wasn't the first leader of the Scottish now? I mean, a non-existent party.
Technically, I was never leader. So
you mean you were like me?
I got offered leadership, and instead I teamed up with my man Zen and created FSP instead of taking leadership.
Yeah.
But then he
gave you power, and then you made SFP. SFP, yes, right, okay, and FSP.
Your party place is hinging on you getting that right.
Yeah.
Instant kick. Don't worry, you can go to Ireland. It's where we send all the failures. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? Sorry, y'all.
Well, with your factories. But I'm just really addicted to the game because of, you know, the sense of a place, because FSP is huge now. I mean, it went, I think it tripled over less than a month, which is amazing. So that's why I'm addicted.
To be fair, I think it tripled in over 3 days. Like literally, that's no word of a lie.
It was like 80 members to 150, so it was more like double. But
Maybe double, but it was still a ridiculous amount within a few days.
Yeah,
and
but you guys were
we've
huge.
actually held on to a lot of them. Like, it's amazing how many we've retained.
I honestly hope you retain all of them, because I swear to God, if we lose like 900 of these British players, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I mean, at least they've got, if they don't come to FSP, then your next stop is obviously going to be WNP because of the sheer size, the way the parties show up in the list. And both parties have got their conference set up. I believe you've got Discord as well.
Yeah.
If if they're not going to party Discords, they've got the community Discord that we're all enjoying now. So you see what I did there, Swift. You enjoy that?
Yeah, it was good, mate. Well done. I'm proud of you.
You're welcome. So I mean, there's none of this when we started, and we still managed to stay in the game. We still managed to find that love of the game. And now that we've set all this up so that the new guys coming in can enjoy the game instantly, hopefully the retention rate will be even higher than what it used to be.
Yeah, I feel like this is this was what we all stayed in the game for. FSP and WMP guys stayed to make what is a Britain that people will actually want to stay in.
Yeah.
So,
okay, Frontier Project wants to say a few words. We'll let him take the stage for a moment. You should be able to talk now. Hello? Are you there? Where are you? I can't find you in the list.
Below Enigma, 2 below me.
Enigma Frontier. Yeah, so you should be able to talk now, dude. Oh, you got to fix your push to talk. Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not like 50 people vying to get like thing to talk here. I'm genuinely surprised.
I think.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. How you doing, buddy? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
I've only been playing for like 5 or 6 days now.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I've been playing EVE Online for the past 5 years, and I had to recently quit because I just don't have the time for it anymore. And like a week after quitting, this game comes up. Like literally everyone here been saying it's kind of funny. App Store, and like it's this game is completely crazy to me. The fact that even like all the American players have only been playing for 3 months. It's so like everything just feels so new. But
it's definitely not a game that you can say that spare time and things like that, because you do. I don't know. I feel like you need to spend a lot of time. When you get to the high levels, it does take a lot of care and attention. But yeah, you were saying why are you addicted? What makes you come back every day to play?
Well, what makes me come back to play is like the number one thing I was missing from EVE Online is that the like everyone's been saying, the community. But just like, dude, the game itself is great, but the people are what always keep me coming back to games like this.
Yeah, definitely.
But I lost my train of thought here now.
So it's the community for you that makes you want to come back to the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, and I've barely touched anything here. I'm 5 days old.
So what if you obviously you're a new player? So what questions have you got? What do you want to know? Tell us what you want to know about the game, and we'll see if we can answer your questions here and now on the spot. How about that?
Well, the biggest questions I have are the questions that most people don't want to give. Like, how do I get rich?
How do you get rich? That's
so
easy.
Basically, you come to Wales and you work in my 99% factory.
Wait, no. Come on, guys. Chill out. So if you want to make a lot of money, what I tend to do and how I run a lot of giveaways and stuff. Although I've been fighting wars a lot recently, and honestly, that is the reason why I haven't done many giveaways. So I do apologise for that. But what exactly is it that makes the money? Well, to me, I mine a lot of ore. So if I've got a decent amount of gold in the bank, I tend to go and mine ore in my own ore factory, because then I get like every percentage goes to me essentially. So you end up farming like 200 million kilograms of ore. And then you go and sell it, and then you still got another 100 million or so in the factory storage. So you end up with quite a pretty profit. And I think a whole stack. So by stack I mean 204. Whatever the maximum is for the resource, the maximum you can put on the market. A stack. That's what I call a stack. it sells for about 50 or so million, 50, 60, 70 million. It's around that area, depending on what the market prices are at the moment. I'll go and have a quick look in there and see what or is that. Oh, 305. Actually, that's probably about 70, probably about 70 million.
One thing that to me seems a bit worrisome, because like what I did in EVE Online was I played the market. So I made, well, I to be honest, I don't even know what the equivalent would be in this game. I'm not even sure, like I'm at 388 billion right now. I don't think that's very rich. Anyway, that there doesn't seem to be enough outs for the amount of income that's available. Like this, the market here in this game seems to be basically set up for perpetual inflation. I don't know if that's just, my inexperience or.
Well, I think with the inflation thing, I think you're onto something there a little bit, but I don't think that's entirely accurate. I think what you're seeing is, rather than it being inflation, I think you're seeing a dump of resources onto the market and everybody trying to sell their resources. So there isn't really anything like inflation wise, because then you'd see like everything costing more, but it doesn't cost more, it costs less, and you make less money from it. But yeah, I get your point. I do get your point. There was somebody else that wanted to talk. They wanted to say something. Who was it?
Chasm. I want him on.
You want
please.
Chasm? Chasm.
Yes.
Oh God. Wait, so are we finishing this with Malcolm talking then? Is that what's going on?
Is he there?
Yeah, if he wants to talk,
he
you
was
can
talking
talk.
in chat. He said he hopes that we can't hear him breathing, so he obviously can.
Jesus, Malcolm, come on, I'm waiting on you.
Chasm, can you talk? Are you able to talk now?
Malcolm, we'll have words about this back in party chat. I'm not happy.
I hope you like that secretary wage, because if not, it's going to be serious problems.
Why would I rap? What is this with me rapping? Why do you want me to? What is this? I've never even said to anyone that rapping is a thing that I do. Why would I rap?
Yeah.
Come on, Swift, rap.
No, guys, we can't start pushing it on him now. He hasn't practiced.
Chasm, you asked to talk and now you're not talking. What's going on, dude? There we go. There we go. There we go. Go on then, mate. Go on. You have your turn. Your turn. How did you get addicted to RR?
I'm not addicted to RR.
Okay.
I'm forced to play RR.
Okay. Okay. All right. So why do you like RR so much?
I personally don't like RR.
You don't like RR.
Well, I see how this conversation is going to
go. Wait. So why you play every day though, right?
I do play every day.
So you play a game that you don't like and are not addicted to every single day.
Yes.
I mean, isn't that like an alcoholic saying, I don't drink every day, but actually does and says isn't an alcoholic and hates alcohol? Isn't that kind of the same thing?
No.
Wow, this was easily the most riveting conversation of the whole podcast.
It really, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you because
I have genuinely learned so much from this one conversation.
Literally, mind blown.
What happened?
I'm seriously disappointed.
I thought it was going to be a blaze of glory, Chasm.
Yeah, I thought you were going to drop some mad memes, but no.
I thought
even a quote of the day in there, like.
Where's the love, man? Show me some love, Chasm.
Yeah. I mean, are you okay?
Oh, that's not going well.
Seriously,
I play the game because I was ordered to play the game.
You sound like you've been hit by some like real depression right now. You feeling alright?
I am.
No, I'm being I'm being deadly serious. You sound like you maybe, stressed a lot. Or
I am stressed a lot.
Down. You
he's only getting. Yeah, Sean. His factory, the one he's working in, is given 79% wage. It's just crippling. Like he can't make a profit, guys. It's just.
It's horrible over here in Nauru. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a slave. King Corn's over here got me inside the ore mines, donating constantly.
Yeah, for sure.
Slavery.
Is there anyone else? Who else wanted to talk? Somebody else wanted to talk. I want to get so Stoicky. All right, go on then. Fine.
We're gonna go through half the RR community at this rate.
I hope so. We can Chasm. Not Chasm.
So Swift's never gonna have to say this do this conversation ever again.
Hopefully
We're
not.
hitting that 2 hour mark. Nice.
Yeah, we're hitting the 2 hour mark. Loads of people have been watching. Like, it's been, between 8 and 14 people watching. I haven't been constantly watching, but YNP, do you wanna have a say? Do you wanna say your bit? If I unmute you.
Oh God, please.
Please. We beg you. We beg of you.
Come on, Patrick.
Oh God.
Please, yes, no, probably. Unmute and give us what we demand. We demand it as a community. As a community as a whole, we wish to hear you speak.
Can
and
we
we wish
Kieran
to
on
hear
this
your
one day?
story. Yeah, possibly. If you go and find him and track him down and tell him that we want to talk to him, we'll get him on,
It's
definitely,
not
for
hard.
sure.
I mean, he's making stupid articles about how he wants to reunite Britain. Like,
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. I hope he does that.
yeah, one day.
One day. Come on, YNP, come and talk to
Oh
us.
shit! Oh my God! Do I have a work? Do I actually have a work permit in Spain? Oh my God. Okay, well, yeah. Sorry, Portugal. I'm no longer going to be defending your revolutions. I'm sorry. Time for a Spanish holiday.
Stoicky, where you at? Stoicky.
Goodbye.
Go on then, Stoicky, your turn.
Anyways, yeah, don't worry. This time I'm not trolling you. Don't worry.
All right, go on then. Why do you like the game so much?
So I think at the end of August, I started playing them because I'm really into like politics and stuff, and I kind of just found it. At first, I generally didn't get it, like fuck all. So I just kind of like stopped playing for a week. Then I realized, oh shit, later I'll have to pay money. How about I get my stuff now going? Which, by the way, I didn't because like I said that, and then the next day I just stopped playing again. And I think about a week after that, I joined the BNP. Obviously, we fucked off and just crashed to the ground. And I showed it to some other friends, and then we kind of like did stuff together. To be honest, most people like come for the game and then like stay for the people. So that's kind of like the same thing. For me.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's all good. So you enjoy the social aspect of it as well, is that right?
Yeah, I think to be honest, probably more than it. And I think I enjoy the fighting as well, just because it's like the easiest part of the game. Well, other than that, yeah, it's pretty fun.
All right, fair enough. Who else have we got? Alpha, can you tell us your story? Come on, you're one of my admins. Get on here and tell us the dance story. Come on, dude. You can unmute yourself and do anything that you need to do. Come on. Ah, boo. Everybody can read it.
Wow.
No, tell us in voice, or write it out. I don't mind. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Write us an article and we'll read it.
Yeah. Yash has a question.
Oh no.
Go on.
It's all the memes on today, isn't it?
The meme masters.
Yeah.
Is he typing?
Come
Where's the
on,
question?
Jesus.
Come on, type the
Touch tape.
question.
Jesus. Yeah, he didn't actually have a question. He's just trolling, trying to like waste your time.
Maybe. He's not actually typing back though, but I'm sure he can hear me.
Oh,
He's-
Ryan. You can get
wait.
Ryan.
Oh, I don't think he's
Ryan
in.
Belhatch.
Is he there?
Well, he's on Discord, so he might be. Someone like DM him and be like, "Get on this stream. I want to hear your
Bring
opinion."
your mate Kieran with you because those two are thick as thieves. So
Right, 17 minutes, and then I'm fighting in Spain.
Nice. All right. Well, I mean, if nobody else wants to talk, then Yeah, I mean, I guess we can start wrapping it up. We're down to 2 hours now, so unless anybody else wants to say anything.
We're not going to do any more. Are we not going to practice for our 24-hour war stream on the
24
attack on London? I mean, attack on nowhere. I mean,
Yeah,
attack on random location.
So I'm going to tell everyone whilst I got you all here, there will not be a podcast over Christmas, unfortunately, because I'm going away and I need a break from everything. You know how it is. I can't do everything every weekend all the time. But I will be back afterwards and there will be great stuff, I promise you. What I had planned with Yes, No, Probably, I will definitely be doing. And yeah, it's still going to happen. So even if it doesn't come around next week, maybe I'll try and do something we can arrange. Actually, Alpha suggested we watch a film. So I mean, if everybody wants to go and watch a film, we can do that for Christmas. We can watch a Christmas film like on rab.it, I think it's called. You can get like a little app on your phone and you can go and play the movie, and we can do that if anybody wants to do that. More than welcome. Maybe I'll start a poll for it or something. So furthermore, a little update on what's going on with the coding stuff. We have kind of implemented a lot of stuff into Rival Regions, but you saw me with the announcement the other day. That's all coming along very nicely between me and Nathan, Itachi. Maninda has also been helping quite a lot, so thanks to those guys. Even they're not actually here, but still, if they ever hear it, they'll be really thankful for it, I'm sure. I'm creating a new kind of mini game for us all to play. I'm in the process of setting it all up and creating the commands and things like that to create new players, and you'll join and you'll kind of be in a state, and it's kind of like if anyone's ever played Risk, you'll have like an amount of troops and you kind of invade somebody else's land or whatever, and there's some neutral places where you can take over to increase your revenue, all that kind of good stuff. And you can also upgrade the regions and stuff as well. So it really hopefully, if I can manage to pull it off properly, it will be really good. But yeah, if you watch this space kind of thing, it will definitely be coming, because I enjoy it. Honestly, I enjoy coding. So I know everyone's saying, oh, it's only been 4 weeks, but in that 4 weeks, I've actually kind of taught myself Python, started a whole new podcast, created a community that's got now over 400 members in it. Congratulations and all that. So I'm not gloating or anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff been done, and we're gonna continue with that kind of momentum as well. We need everyone to be inviting their friends and telling them that you need to get verified, because it's RR players only. I mean, there is a few exceptions on that, but they're all really important to the community. Verified is what happens when you come in. You get that automatic message from RR bot saying this is how you verify and stuff like that, and then you send in your profile picture, and we make sure that it's you because we don't want any imposters in and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas for what we can do for the game, it's going to be called Feudal Lords. If anyone's got any ideas for better names, you're more than welcome to come forwards. The other thing is, if you have any suggestions for Rival Regions bot, the RR bot, obviously it's not going to automate any actions within the game for you. It's not going to write articles. It's not going to send messages. But if you have any ideas for like how it can be developed even further, then make sure you come forwards and let me or Nathan or one of the admins or moderators know. Because we do take everybody's feedback on board. It's not like we're just sitting around on our backsides and just playing Rival Regions all the time. We are actively engaging with you guys and trying to make this the kind of best Discord for Rival Regions players, really. Also, on a slightly sadder note, I did get a response from Discord about the partnership of our Discord. At the moment, it's not going to be possible, but hopefully within the future, if we, continue the momentum that we have, then potentially it may well become a reality that we become partnered as a Discord. But what I can say is that it's no easy feat to, complete what we've done in this amount of time. And I think there's a lot of people that that recognise that. and are very thankful. And it's connected a whole different, you know, community of people within rival regions. So hopefully, you know, going forwards, like I say, we'll just keep going forwards and keep inviting new members and getting them in and throw the ideas at us, because they're always going to get, you know, considered. And on that note, you know, unless there's anything else anybody else wants to say, you know, their quick goodbye and stuff, we will look to end the stream, I think.
Look at that Hearthstone card right now, Swift. Oh my god.
What Hearthstone card?
It's you.
Oh god, is that the one from William?
If Discord on board plus 99%. Oh my god.
It is good. It is good. I know the one. I've seen
Sean's
it.
getting a lot of questions in chat right now.
Is he? Does people want to ask him?
Decent ones. Come on, they're being silly.
Swift is going through the. I mean, Sean is going through them all like real quick.
I'm trying.
Come on, Sean, we could extend this for another 30 minutes if you didn't rush through them. Come on now.
Oh, I mean, some of them are obviously, you know, just being silly, but some of them are pretty decent.
What's the meaning of life? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, FSP, obviously. But no, the one about the plans, FSP's plans, I mean, obviously, we are in an election just now. I mean, it's pretty much one. It's
pure domination, yeah.
Damn right. So then it will be, obviously, the leader election. From there, personally, I don't think we're going to, as soon as the 7-day protection on Edinburgh is up, I'm expecting a mass Soviet invasion. So if you don't mind stockpiling weapons, and we will see you on the battlefield in a week, that would be appreciated. But yeah, I think we're not going to have time to do much before the Russians come knocking at the door.
Anybody else?
And
Questions?
We'd appreciate Draco with his Welsh boys there.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, we'll be there. We'll be there very quickly. When I get back from my holiday in Spain, of course. So give me like, it'll probably be a 30-minute journey back. So, you know, I'll be back the day before. Don't worry.
That's appreciated.
Unless I get called over to somewhere else, like Japan, then obviously maybe a bit longer. But
I love how you're already dropping excuses to not come in aid in the defence. It's like, oh yeah, maybe, but
listen, right? When I went on my holidays, yeah, I was helping out places like Japan and Portugal and stuff, and genuinely, I keep like going back and helping them in revolutions. And so I'm like in like an endless circle of traveling around the world. So like normally it's not me who's first there to arrive. It's like Hunted or like Wonder or something who'll get there before. But you know, I'll always drop that big damage. Don't you worry, Sean.
So is anybody in the live lounge got any questions for me, Sean, Draco, Blake, if he's still there? Anyone else that can talk? Yeah. Yeah, yes, no, probably you've got one. You have one. Go on.
Hopefully it's a serious one this time.
Oh, by the way, community leader, new community leader, yes, no, probably. I thought I would extend an invite to, you know, our Russian friends, because I feel that the animosity that is built up, you know, we need to break down that wall. Definitely.
Ooh. When will you respect me? Abby asks. I respect you. I just don't show it.
Respect, I just don't show it.
Sean, when will the resources regenerate for the FSP capital? If I'm not mistaken, it's in about a day or so. A day, yeah, just over a day.
Well, no, it'll be what's left in the just over. When Parliament is elected, then we can put our law straight in and get that voted through. But right now we have absolutely no power. This is not a failing on anyone's part. It's game mechanics that we have no government, so we can't refill resources. It just can't be done. No one can do it.
Yeah, just get a work permit, guys. Like Portugal or like there's so many countries around who will happily take workers. So seriously, just apply for some. You'll get one like instantly.
Merely Dapper said, "What's Discord's next biggest goal, and how can I be a sellout like you?" You cannot sell out like I can. And Discord's next biggest goal. We don't really have a singular goal. If we said a single goal, it would have to be like a group of things, and it is genuinely to grow the Discord. We need to be, you know, inviting as many people as we can from, you know, any part of the world. It doesn't have to be just English. You know, we've got the new channels, the international general channels, so people are using those. You know, we should definitely start inviting everybody. So if you do speak another language and you're here, don't, if you want to get an invite link from me, I can give you an unlimited one with unlimited uses that doesn't ever run out, basically. So, if you do want to, then, just come and talk to me, and we can get some advertising done in different countries. And that would be really great. That would be great. That would be awesome. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you enjoy selling out? 10. 10.
11.
Yeah, in fact, 12.
One of these days, I need to make a article about this Discord. I want that free karma. So
just type FSP, then karma will go through the roof, mate.
What's the best place to learn Python? Good question. Well, it's funny you should ask. I just
opening a university.
Maybe something like that. I just literally all I did was just kind of learn how to use the programming language. I mean, you kind of need to set yourself a goal and then understand data types and things like that. But you need to have a good understanding of computing first. Like, without that, you're kind of pissing in the wind, really.
I love that saying. Pissing in the wind.
Yeah, and it's a good saying, because if you imagine it and actually it coming back, it's not good. It's not good. You're kind of up shit creek without a paddle. Is hiring a hitman on you a bad idea? Asking for a friend.
On Swift or?
Yeah, on me myself.
So we have no serious questions, then, is what we're saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't. I'd like to see a mercenary go after FSP these days. That's a funny joke.
Yeah, I know, right? Hiring a hitman on
you
me a
can hire
bad
them
idea.
against themselves, I guess. But like,
Do you know what? The only answer I can give you to that
by the way,
is yes.
Well
It
reminded, Draco.
it is a bad idea.
Wait,
It's a
what was
waste.
that, Sean?
It's a waste of bloody money, mate.
You reminded me that FSP are open for hire just now. We're playing.
yeah, I think basically everyone forgot after you announced it.
Merely Dapper asked,
Yeah.
what does the Discord do to contribute to the community? It does podcasts such as these, which informs new players, and it also allows means of communication between anyone on the server. So if you join the server, you should be able to communicate, or at least add a friend from someone who's on the server. So communication, the community spirit, quite a few things. You can advertise things here. Like the articles and things.
Discord much just come on now. This community is the reason like half of the players in this Discord are still playing. Like, this community is like a core part of the English community, as much as, I mean, most people will probably admit it to you. Like, people spend tons of time on here. It's part of the community for everyone. There's like no reason to not have it if you have Discord, because like this is where all the news is. This podcast is where like literally people from every single nation come and talk. Like, listen, we had what's his name? I literally just forgotten. I just said by him, the Russian guy. What's his name? We even had Enigma on here.
Enigma, yeah.
We were fighting against him 3 days ago. Best friends and enemies. Everyone comes on and talks. That's the difference. This community is like the neutral point where everyone come on, just talk and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was intended for anyway. It's supposed to be it is a neutral place where nobody has to feel like hate against them for any reason, whatever. Aidan McGonigal, however you pronounce it, he said, why is Edinburgh's development so low? It's because it's been trashed from wars, mate. When you lose a war, you lose like half of the indexes and stuff. So that'll be one of the first things we'll be doing, is upgrading the housing index to about 5, so that there's no coups or anything, and then we'll be upgrading the military index very shortly after that.
Yeah, they curbed some of the shit out of that index when they like invaded. It was pretty bad.
Yeah,
that is something we are
down at 2. I think we just hit 10 health. I think we were at 8 or 9 in education.
Military index was about 8 as well.
Yeah, I mean we've got them right up there. You know, we've proven we've proven already that we know how to run. You know, we don't just fight. We can do the politics side of the game as well, and the economy side. So those indexes will go up. But war has destroyed those regions. Edinburgh and East Scotland have just been absolutely ruined by war. Is the reason they're so low.
Yeah, after this we need to talk about how we're going to deal with that, because I can basically guarantee that Kieran's going to do some kind of rebellion or something to while we're attacking, like he did last time.
How many kills did the Queen get during the coup? I believe she was on 176 last time I checked.
She didn't get to take off Watman's head, but she's pretty damn close.
She was pretty damn close. He escaped. He escaped. So unfortunately,
it's kind of hard though when you call in like the whole Soviet army to like cover your own ass. So obviously, it's a hard shot. Yeah, it's exactly. So they gave it a good old college try. They were calling in everyone.
I mean, you know, we've shown like it wasn't just obviously UK players. It was pretty much everyone that isn't allied to Grand Celtic who was attacking, but we went toe to toe in London for the whole 24 hours. We lost out by 60 million damage. And you know, we've done a blitz attack in our coup and we beat them by 5 million. We've proven that, you know, this is possible. So put the arguments aside, put the disagreements aside, let's pull together. WNP, FSP are going to go away and discuss how we can cement these relations, just so you know, Draco. You know, let's start moving this forward and let's get real progress made.
Okay, I haven't seen these general chat memes. Oh my god.
What was that?
Any tips on becoming a moderator or anything like that for this community? Yeah, sure. Anyone
contribute a lot.
Yeah, it's not about who you are or, you know, what level of game experience you have or how much money you have in the bank. It is literally how much you're willing to commit to the community. A lot of the people here, like Merely Dapper, I'll go down the list. Etheria, she's known, or Hinity, she's an admin moderator on other Discord, so I wanted her to be here for the experience. Alpha C, the same. Sean is a good friend of mine, and he does know quite a bit about Discord, and he's quite sensible, so I've got him as administrator. Moderators are a little bit lower down, but that, you know, they deserve all our respect all the same. Merely Dapper was promoted recently. And Nathan Houghton has been moderator for quite a while. These guys, they kind of go around and make sure that nobody's putting stuff where they shouldn't be. You know, making sure that chats are clean, and they've probably deleted a load of links and unpinned a load of stuff. And, you know, thank you very much, guys, for helping out. And you've got the community leaders. There's quite a lot of community leaders, but essentially their role is they're people that have been, you know, here for a little while. You know, nobody has gotten community leader just when they showed up. Nobody got that. You know, I've asked people if they want to apply, and they've, you know, given me the reason, and I've had a quick chat with them and felt that they're sensible enough to be put in the position. Because one thing that I definitely don't want is people abusing power in the Discord, because that's not what it's for. It's not a vanity role. It's not cosmetic like the other ones, like partner advisor or translator or princess or state leader. Podcaster is slightly different. DJ too. But all these other things, they're all cosmetic. They don't do anything. The only thing that does stuff is the member tag. So yeah, the guys that are there, they genuinely do a lot, and they deserve your respect for sure. You know, they're constantly verifying people when I'm not around or Nathan's not around, as in Nathan Watson, the other owner. The reason why he's an owner alongside me is because he has helped a lot with regards to coding and stuff, and getting the community set up and money for giveaways, like all that kind of good stuff. So he's been really involved with it from the start, and, you know, I appreciate that. And the tip for becoming a moderator would be, if you want to be, you need to tell me. I can't just go around and ask everybody. You know, can you know? It would be so time consuming. So if you do, please do come forwards. I'm not gonna shout at you and be like, no way, dude, you can't do that. How much for London? I think that's probably worth like 100 T, surely, at least.
No, it's more than that.
How many Russians does it?
It's like 150. No. It's like 200 trillion because it's
how many Russians does it take to protect one city? Probably the same amount. No, I'm not going to say that. It takes a lot to protect one city. I was going to say something about a light bulb.
For London, all of them.
There's a couple more mentions. Any tips? Is there a link to the podcast that's audio only? The audio only stuff is a little bit delayed. It's pretty much when I have time to convert all the stuff to audio files and then re-upload the MP3 to SoundCloud. But in the description of the live stream and the videos, there is a link to the SoundCloud if you want to watch it like whilst you're kind of on the bus or something without being able to lock your phone, because I know YouTube app is a bit annoying. So yeah, some of them are on SoundCloud. But if you can, watch it on YouTube because it's selling out and stuff. As people keep saying, is there a place we can donate? In what way? What do you want to donate exactly, Kaisler?
Donate some resources to the Edinburgh Parliament. That's a good one.
Draco, I'm sorry, there's no secretary places open. Mate, there's no vacancies.
What do you mean? I'm expecting Minister of Economics. Come on now.
Oh, Swift. Oh.
Well, okay. No. Sorry, I'll take foreign minister. I mean, Malcolm's been a bad boy, so I can take it from him. Don't worry.
Malcolm's in the middle of getting battered by his girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to be able to even touch his phone.
He's going to come on. He's going to have a black eye and everything. Like.
To be fair, I do actually want to see how foreign minister works.
Well, it would be like we'll ask him what happened. We'll be like, what, Malcolm?
Yeah,
what?
Send Malcolm to tell me a picture of how that works.
I say we send Malcolm to Gulag. Who agrees?
I'm right.
Comrade, yes.
Oi, mate.
We don't call them friendship camps anymore.
I haven't actually set anything up like that, dude. I mean, I'm just paying it all out of my pocket. I rent a virtual private server.
Now, just if you want to help out your buddy Swift, just wait until he says, "Oh, we need help in Edinburgh, or we might need some donations somewhere." Like, you don't need there's always help needed in game if that's how you want to help. Especially considering Swift's like the eternal Minister of Economics for FSP.
Yeah, I literally am. But that's because I'm good at my job, mate. I'm good at my... No, honestly,
I'm not saying you aren't.
No,
Swift,
but gold runs out a lot, mate. It runs out a lot.
Yeah,
it does, and I do manage to keep it going all day. I mean, you have to switch between two regions to do it, but we do manage it pretty well. I just want to point something out. 1,500 members in total, players in total in the UK. By the way, 1,500. That's a lot. We were on like 400 a week ago.
Yeah, the thing is though, I'm willing to bet probably about 700 will drop out very soon. I feel like the only reason that number is still going up is because so many are flooding in. I think that number will eventually drop when that advertisement or whatever happens, like stops completely.
Kaisler, if you really, really wanted to, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it because why would I? I mean, I currently pay $20, which is about £17 of my own money, towards a virtual private server to run things like the Rival Regions bot and the Feudal Lords bot, which will be coming very soon. That's the main kind of cost of it. Other than that, I'm not too bothered about donations. I think that the best way that anyone could help me is by coming forwards, becoming a community leader, or working their way up to moderator, admin, and assisting within the community. That would be the best thing for anyone that wanted to help. I mean, maybe in the future it might become more expensive, like if I opened a forum or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's necessary, but do you know what, dude? It's really, really, really sweet that you would say something like that, and you seem sincere enough to be serious about it as well. So I do appreciate that, and I recognise it.
Yeah, Swift, don't be such a nice guy. We just accept the money and swipe as hard. And you listen, if you can take the money and become better than Sean. You need it. I don't know if you actually. Who makes more money the minute? Because how much less gold do you make than the state leader when you're Minister of Economics? Is it that much less?
I believe they get
like 2 gold, right? Really?
Yeah, because I was on 8 gold, and the economics and foreign minister were getting 2. So I think it works out a quarter of whatever state leader is.
That's
Well,
exactly.
well, I'm happy that I got leadership of WMP, not wonder. Jesus.
There's nothing to be had.
Yeah, well, I need that gold. Listen, that governor gold, I'm just saying it added up after that.
There was a point where I was making less as Minister of Economics than
why did the Northern Republic never have a governor in, like, one of the regions, the one that wasn't the main one? What was it called?
What, East Scotland?
Yeah, I think it was East Scotland.
Because, 1, we didn't feel it was needed. 2, who would we have put in? I mean, there's 5 guys at the head of FSP.
Zen.
But Zen's got, like, personal things. Everybody knows that he's not long became a dad and stuff. Congratulations to my Zen man Zen again. Daddy Zen.
Oh, he's not in.
He's maybe not there, but if he is, then, you know, keep up the good work.
Congrats to Zen boy.
But yeah, he stepped back a bit because he had stuff on. He wasn't really interested in much until he got things done. But we just felt that at the time it wasn't needed. I mean, it was something we would have implemented had we, you know, got more regions. But no, at the time we didn't feel it was.
Yeah, because at the time I was thinking, oh, you guys could have done like a party thing where you had that governorship, and then every like 2 weeks or whatever, you could have had people run to lead it and stuff.
But what we also had was we stupidly tried to stick rigidly to the word that we had put out when the FSP started, was that we were going to run democracy as full-blown democracy. And it quickly became apparent that it is so easy for trolls in this game to, you know, to try and destroy democracies.
CPNR.
And sorry?
Nothing. CPNR.
Yeah. So we realised that, you know, we couldn't stick to that word of full democracy, and that was when we moved over to monarchy, which allowed us to begin the war. But we felt that if we had started then implementing FSP governors and FSP, you know, this and FSP that position, that people would have thought that we had basically went back on what we had said, and that we had just became money, gold hungry, power hungry, and snatching all the positions for ourselves.
That's definitely not what we're about, though. I mean, we try and keep the regions at a steady level and increase the things that are better for the people of the state.
Well, yeah,
so,
I mean, the monarchy was a great idea, though. Like, there was no reason to not have it at the time. So, like, and every time you guys like made a democratic decision party-wise, it was always best for the state. It was never anything like fucking stupid.
I mean, we couldn't go into a war thinking, right, you know, what happens if fucking Herbal or Mao or whatever, you know, does an open borders vote, and then we had to leave the damage to fly back, to vote that down, to then fly back to the war, to fly back for a leader impeachment, to then fly back again. It just was not going to work. You know, we had to shut those laws down. We had to stop them trying to do anything stupid, because they really shouldn't be left around naked flames. You know, they've obviously got issues. So the only way to do that was a monarchy. That was why we did what we did. And to be honest, it's why we will have to have a serious discussion going forward for whatever, you know, whatever's decided for the running of the states going forward. Because we've proven that we can run states for the benefit of all residents, but opposition have yet to prove that they can act sensibly and maturely in a democracy.
That's
Very
true.
fair point.
Yeah,
Very
that's
fair
true.
point,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a long conference, I imagine.
Yeah. What does yeah, is there anybody else that's got any other questions before we wrap things up finally? Anyone else? Questions?
I'll get Tifrid to use his creative writing degree to write another
You've got
amazing post.
a good asset there, by the way.
He has an actual creative writing degree. Can we all just acknowledge that? In our Discord, I have him a special role, which is creative writing degree, and whenever I need him to write something crazy, I like at him with that.
Yeah, I like reading his stuff. He's a good writer. That puts out good articles.
Where do I think RR will be in a couple of years? That is I think that's it. Do you mean in terms of like the actual game? Do you think like I'm just saying, do you think are you talking about the game as a whole, or are you talking about the game the game and community? Like, is the game going to die, or is it going to get bigger? Or do you mean how is all the politics and wars going to play out? In which regard? Sorry, just want to clarify.
Game and community.
Both politics and if it's going to get bigger or smaller.
Bigger, way bigger.
It's going to get a lot bigger, definitely. My name in real life is. Do I tell everyone this? I don't know. Do I? Is that normal?
You don't have to. I mean, there's only one person here who says their real name as their username, so don't feel like you have to.
Does he?
Yeah.
No, I think I'll stick with Swiftkiller. People
I mean,
are
who
saying
would
that.
actually call themselves Sean, right?
I think the game itself is going to get a lot bigger. Whether or not the people that have been around since the start are going to stay, I'm not entirely certain. I think, if anything, the Soviet Union is probably going to get tired of fighting wars in different places, and is probably just going to kind of monopoly the whole place.
Shrink.
No, monopoly the whole place. Start taking over loads and loads of regions. But that is yet to be seen. They may very well lose power.
I think the game's going to grow by a ton, just because of back in the day, like when we all started, the communities of different countries were all very much dead, or like very inactive. Like as we've heard from before, like America, Germany, Britain, all of them started out really kind of dead. But like if you come into the game now and you join a country, most of those countries will have like set up parties that have knowledge on the game, can develop the state, have important positions to join in. Like, I feel like the game's a lot more appealing to new players. And as we've seen over the last few days with the random baby boom in Britain, like it really just does take one Instagram post to bring in like 1,000 players in 4 days. Like, I imagine RR will get much bigger. Just how long it will take is really the question.
I think the devs and the admin, I think they've been, when they open, not like these advertisements that they've been putting out recently where there's been massive growth, but even when they opened it up, what was it, September, I think, end of August, beginning of September, it opened up to Western players. I think they were caught off guard. I don't think they expected the rush of players to come in, and they've been caught off guard with what they had planned in the sense of expanding the game and adding new features. So we've now got a load of people coming in, demanding this and demanding that, and
they're not ready.
They've just not been prepared for the scale. But now that the money's coming into the game, there's a lot of people buying gold and premium gold by the stacks. Gold by the stacks. I think they're now going to be able to put in the team to be able to start growing the features of the game. I hope so. We should hopefully see the game expand, which will then keep it alive long into the future, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully no more Poland situations where there's too many people for the regions. I think the devs have understood that they have to make things even for how many people are there and stuff like that without breaking the game too hard. Like how they reset Warsaw but gave them more regions. Kind of like a pay in, pay out situation for them. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's about as much time as we've got, I think, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes, but I really do think I really do think that it's time to leave now, unless there's anything else we want to talk about. I'm gonna play the outro and we'll call it a night. So yeah, thank
really
you.
Really
go
quick.
on, Blake.
Happy birthday, Heinrich. I know he's gonna listen.
Okay.
Do we have anyone to thank before we go?
In what regard? So who do we want to thank?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Anyone have any personal friends they want to call out before?
I thank Swift.
Thank you, Marad.
I thank Swiftkiller for inviting me in 2 minutes before. That was fun.
Who did you replace? Who was meant to be in your seat instead?
Malcolm, obviously.
Obviously.
I'd like to thank
check he's alright,
Swiftkiller
actually.
Swiftkiller's. I'd like to thank him for waking me up 2 days in a row over calling me on Discord.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I want to thank every country that's let me get a permit and travel around the place while I'm waiting for this big London war. That's what I'm thankful for.
Well, I want to thank everyone that turned up who's in the live lounge, and to everyone that's watching on the stream at the moment. You know, I do really appreciate it. It's a lot of support that you guys are showing, and there's a huge amount of people turning up, which is really great. And yeah, basically we need to. I think we'll call it an evening there. But yeah, thanks everyone, and we'll see you soon.
Take care.
Love you.
Bye everyone.